In time, on to first, a triple play!
Here's Sam Levitt and Bob Scanlon.
From Chase Field in Phoenix, Arizona, San Diego Padres baseball is on the air. Tonight, the Padres open up a 3-game series against the Arizona Diamondbacks. Our starting pitching matchup tonight for the D-backs right-hander Brandon Pfaadt, and for the Padres making his debut in the brown and gold, left-hander J.P. Sears. Hi again, everyone. Sam Levitt with you alongside Bob Scanlon and our producer-engineer Dave Marcus. Well, Scan, these two teams look quite different than they did when they last met in early July. The Padres have a bunch of new faces. The D-backs had a major sell-off at the trade deadline, and I think for the new-look Padres, so far so good.
No question about it, and you're absolutely right, Sam. Two organizations that are going in different directions right now, and look, the Diamondbacks had to do what they had to do at the trade deadline, which was try to unload some contracts and get some prospects back. The Padres, on the other hand, buyers, and one of the biggest buyers in all of Major League Baseball, and when you look at it on paper, you feel like A.J. Preller accomplished everything that he wanted to do in terms of strengthening some strengths that were already there and also filling the gaps on some points that he thought might be weaknesses. So a very exciting time for the Padres organization. The pieces are in place. Now it's just a question of how quickly can they come together. But we've already seen them looking pretty good and taking 2 out of 3 from the Cards.
Certainly a very good win yesterday in the rubber game of that 3-game series. Scan, J.P. Sears makes his Padres debut tonight after being traded from the A's to the Padres at the deadline last week. What do you expect from Sears?
Yeah, look, he's a strike thrower. He's a fly ball pitcher. He's got a nice little repertoire to go to. This guy knows how to pitch. He's changed some things against left-handers to be a little bit more effective. So the key thing for me is just staying calm, controlling the adrenaline.
This time can't get it, and neither could the fan.
Boy, just when you don't wear flip-flops.
Caminero strikes out, and the bat gets a 7.5 on the distance, but it's stuck to the landing.
That's poked and that hits the umpire. The ball is in play, and it's a base hit for Frazier.
Roberto Ortiz did what he could to try to get out of the way, couldn't.
Took the wrong direction.
He just didn't know which way to go.
Assistance from Moto AI, and don't miss a beat with the most intelligent and interactive external display. An iconic team needs an iconic smartphone, so that's why Motorola Razr is the official smartphone partner of the San Diego Padres. Visit Motorola.com to learn more. San Diego Padres fans, the party starts before the game on the coaster train. Enjoy a scenic ocean view with family and friends. Skip the traffic and save on parking. Buy your coaster train tickets to Padres games and park for free at most coaster stations. The party never stops. The coaster train runs nearly every hour or less on weekdays, and extra trains are added on game days for the fans. Let us treat you as the MVP. Join the winning team and score big at GoNCTD.com/Padres. That's GoNCTD.com/Padres.
Today's Padres lineup is brought to you by Palomar Health, recognized as the world's best hospital 7 years in a row, and is stepping up to the plate to provide you with the best care. Visit palomarhealth.org to find a doctor. Let's take a look at that lineup put together for Mike Schilt for his visiting San Diego Padres. Leading things off, playing right field, Fernando Tatis Jr. Luis Suarez at second. He'll be over at first base. Batting third and playing third, Manny Machado. Jackson Merrill will be covering center field tonight. He'll be in the cleanup spot. Batting fifth, playing shortstop, Xander Bogaerts. Gavin Sheets will bat sixth. He'll be doing the designated hitting. Playing left fielding, batting seventh, Ramon Laureano. Jake Cronenworth will be at second base. He'll be batting eighth. In the 9 spot, doing the catching, Freddie.
I feel like food and sharing a meal with someone is a universal language. You can't go to a ballpark and not have a nice hot dog. So if I'm at the ballpark, I'm going to get a nice heavy glizzy. You got to have chili on there. You got to have cheese. If your hot dog isn't bending in the middle because it's like about to fall apart, then you're not doing it right. So you got to have a glizzy and then something cold, whatever it is, beer, lemonade. You got to have something cold to wash that hot dog down with.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
Baseball team is on the home stretch to bringing us a championship. So come on and join the party. Try our new game day specials. We've got a 1-pound TJ hot dog, a bacon cheeseburger quesadilla, or our new birria grilled cheese sandwich. We've got $10 blowfish margaritas and 32-ounce Coors Light drafts. Our DJ keeps the party going. And when you gotta go, did I mention our new baños? Now, let's play ball on the San Diego Padres Radio Network.
Today's Diamondbacks lineup is brought to you by Palomar Health. Recognizes the world's best hospital 7 years in a row and is stepping up to the plate to provide you with the best care. Visit palomarhealth.org to find a doctor. Here's the lineup put together by Troy Lavilla for his host, Arizona Diamondbacks. Leading things off, playing second base, Ketel Marte. Corbin Carroll will do the designated hitting today for the Snakes. He'll be batting second. Batting third, playing shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. will be in left field. He'll be in the cleanup spot. Tyler Locklear will bat fifth. He'll be over at first base. Doing the catching and batting sixth, James McCann. Blaze Alexander will be at third base. He'll be batting seventh. In the 8th spot, covering center field, is Alec Thomas. Playing right field and batting ninth, Jorge Barrosa. And on the mound, making his 23rd start of the season, a 10-7 record, 5.11 earned run average, the right-hander, Brandon Pfaadt. That lineup again for the Diamondbacks. Ketel Marte at second base. Corbin Carroll doing the designated hitting. Geraldo Perdomo at shortstop. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. in left field. Tyler Locklear's at first. James McCann behind the plate. Blaze Alexander at third base. Alec Thomas in center field. Jorge Barrosa will be out in right field. And the right-hander Brandon Pfaadt on the mound for the Diamondbacks. Umpires for today's ball game. DJ Rayburn will be calling the balls and strikes. Sean Barber's over at first base. James Hoy will have the second base bag, and covering the third base line tonight will be John Lipka. Fernando Tatis Jr. will lead things off for the Padres. And now for tonight's play-by-play. Here's Sam.
All right, Scan, thank you very much. Game 1 of 3 here in Arizona between the Padres and the Arizona Diamondbacks. Fernando Tatis Jr. digs in from the right-handed batter's box. We are just about ready to get underway. Brandon Pfaadt out of the windup, and the first pitch of the evening is taken outside, ball 1. First pitch comes your way tonight at 6:40 p.m., right on time. Tatis batting .264, 17 home runs, 44 runs knocked in. And the 1-0 is in for a strike, 1-1. Tatis Tatis 1 for 3 yesterday, a couple of walks in that series finale against St. Louis. Padres winning that game 7-3. Taking 2 out of 3 from the Cards. 1-1. Is in for a strike, 1-2. Outfield playing, Tatis straight up. Righty on righty, Vaught. Hands over his head, kicks in the pitch, and the 1-2 is low and outside, 2-2. Defensively for Arizona today, Gurriel, Thomas, Barossa left to right in the outfield, Alexander at third, Perdomo at short, Marte at second, Locklear at first base, McCann behind the dish. And the 2-2 is taken outside to Tatis, 3-2 to start the game. Three and 2 on Fernando. Vaught kicks and deals. And it's low and in ball 4. Another walk for Fernando Tatis Jr. And Skins, that's been a theme for Fernando as of late. He's taken a lot more walks this year.
Yeah, he's definitely been more patient. He's been much more selective, no question about it. And especially a guy like against Brandon Pfaadt, who does not walk a lot of batters. And we just saw pretty much everything that Pfaadt is going to show us tonight. We saw the 4-seam fastball right there. We saw cutters. We saw sweepers. And we also saw a sinker on that last pitch, which he missed with. So we've seen everything.
Brings up Luis Rise. First pitch is up and away, ball 1.
When we first saw Pfaadt, when he came up with the Diamondbacks, it was a lot more sinkers, relied on movement in the zone. Now he's really doing a much better job of doing combinations with the 4-seam fastball to set up the 2-seam.
Tatis being held on by Locklear. Throw to first base, and Tatis back in safely. Luis Rise now in the midst of a 16-game hitting streak. Comes in batting .298, 6 home runs, 41 RBIs. 102 Rise. It's a fastball, a little bit high in sight, 2-0. So early on, Padres doing a nice job working the count against Vaught.
Yeah, that's the thing. You don't want to try to help him out too early, especially like this is a guy that traditionally the first 25 pitches or so that he throws, he doesn't have quite the same command. It's a good chance to get yourself on base via the walk, as we've seen.
2-0 for a strike, and the count 2-1.
Then he starts to get his rhythm down. The pitches 50 through 75. He's a little bit sharper. He's got a good feel for the 2-seamer. The other thing he's been doing lately, Sammy, we were talking to Tom Candiotti in the radio booth for the Diamondbacks. He was saying the cutter has been a weapon that he's used more.
2-1 outside, 3-1 on a Rise.
But he's got no command of anything right now, and his catcher, James McCann, just signaled to him and says, hey, let's go. Come right at me. You're falling off to the side a little bit. Let's get that direction coming back straight through your target right here.
Tatis, a short lead off first base. Rise digs back in. 3-1. And it's low and in ball 4, so not a good start at all for Brandon Pfaadt. Back-to-back walks to Tatis and a Rise. And the Padres in business here in the opening frame. Runners on first and second, nobody out.
Yeah, what's interesting, and James McCann's going to go out and talk with Pfaadt right now, is that he's trying to throw everything, as we mentioned, against Fernando Tatis Jr. He went through the entire repertoire, did the same thing with Luis Rise, and actually ended up blocking him on a cutter. So you get the sense that he's trying to find something. He's trying to use all the weapons to see what he can start landing here early, but I think James McCann is trying to talk to him and say, hey, let's go. Let's not get too fancy right here. We need to start throwing some strikes. Don't worry about getting to the corners. Just get ahead of somebody. And then we'll worry about incorporating cutters and sweepers as things go on.
Today's game time temperature is 109 outside, 78 degrees inside. Brought to you by Lineage Watch Company, San Diego's very own watch brand and the official timepiece of the Padres radio network. Order yours today at lineagewatchco.com. That's lineagewatchco.com. First pitch to Manny Machado is hit foul. Right side out of play, 0-1.
Did you say 109, Sam?
109 outside, 78. Nice and balmy inside.
Oh, man, it is beautiful inside right now.
No score, top 1. Tatis on second base, Rise on first. 0-1 to Manny. And the pitch. Swinging a foul right side out of play. 0-2 on Machado. Manny comes in batting .299, 20 home runs, 72 RBIs. And a 10-game hitting streak snapped yesterday. So in his last 11 games, batting .444 with 6 extra base hits, 12 RBIs. He's been on absolute tear really all year. 0-2. And the pitch is in there, strike 3. So they got Manny on 3 pitches after walking the first 2 batters, and at least early on, looks like whatever James McCann went out there to say worked.
Well, I think he did exactly what we were talking about, Sam, but just, he didn't throw any sweepers, no cutters. Let's just get back down to basics, which for him is the sinker. And he went sinker, strike 1, sinker, strike 2, and I think Manny was looking for some kind of off-speed for that 3rd pitch. And Fott was trying to get it to the outside corner. It started away. I'm sure Manny was sitting there thinking, it's going to be a slider off the plate, and instead it was another 2-seamer that ends up catching the outside corner.
2 on and 1 out for Jackson Merrill. Digs in left side. Right-hander Fott comes set in the pitch. Is a fastball up and in. Ball 1 on Jackson Merrill. Merrill, the Padres cleanup hitter, brought to you by Asgard Energy. Get a free solar estimate and clean up your energy bill at AsgardEnergy.com. Veteran and locally owned Asgard Energy, your trusted name in solar for Southern California. 1-0, little tapper in front of the plate, picked up by McCann, throws to first in time. 2 runners move up. Tatis the third, Arise the second. So a 2-3 put out. And now runners at second and third, 2 men away. The rally left up to Xander Bogaerts.
Well, nice little combination right there. After Fott gets his footing back underneath him, throwing 3 consecutive sinkers to Manny, and just saying, okay, I've got a feel for it now. Here it is. I got my 2-seam action back. He goes cutter in on the hands of Jackson Merrill and follows it up with a really nice changeup. And that is a vicious combination against a left-hander from a righty and gets Jackson to roll over.
So Padres in a little bit of danger, squandering an early opportunity. Runners on second and third, 2 men away. Scoreless game, top 1. And here's Xander. First pitch on the way. And it's in for a strike, 0-1. A lot of sinkers and cutters early on from Brandon Fott. 5th round pick in 2020 out of then Division II Bellarmine. He kicks in the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Bogaerts way late. That time a cutter almost landed in the other batter's box, and now Fought ahead 0-2.
Well, after seeing the other pitch, the sinker, which started away and then caught at the outside part of the plate, you're thinking to yourself, okay, here comes another sinker, and it looks like the same pitch on the outside corner, except it's the cutter, and instead of running in on you, it's cutting away and gets the swing and miss. That's often a pitch that you'll get the slow roller, but miss the barrel entirely of Xander that time.
0-2 en route. Swinging a ground ball left side. Perdomo shuffles over, backhands, long throw inside. And that's the inning. No runs on no hits to left. Middle of 1. It's the Padres 0.
Now representing the organization, Jim Leland and A.J. Hinch are presenting Miggy with a customized set of cleats made by renowned artist Marco Terzo, made from several significant baseballs from Miguel's career. The cleats are presented on a base representing the time he spent at both third and first base in his career.
everything online in minutes. No overwhelming lawyer visits, just peace of mind at a price you can actually afford. Get it done today. Trust me. Go to trustandwill.com. Use baseball as the code for 20% off and free document delivery. That's trustandwill.com, code baseball.
Padre fans know what makes a great team. That's why they choose the friendly pros at Petco as the home team for our pets' food, vet care, grooming, and more. Petco, where the pets go.
We go to the bottom half of the first inning here at Chase Field in Phoenix. No score between the Padres and the Diamondbacks. Left-hander J.P. Sears making his Padres debut in the brown and gold. Traded from the A's to the Padres last week at the deadline. And now the 29-year-old making his first start as a San Diego Padre. Ketel Marte leads off for Arizona. Second baseman, switch hitter batting right. Sears working from the third base side of the rubber. Kicks and the opening pitch is hit high in the air into left center. That'll get down a base hit. Picked up by Laureano in left. He throws it in. One pitch and a leadoff single for Ketel Marte.
First pitch fastball up in the zone, and that's one of the things that we're going to see out of J.P. Sears tonight. He likes to throw that four-seam fastball up. Throws a lot of sweepers, change-ups, sliders. Has a sinker, doesn't use it a whole heck of a lot. Curveball as well, but we're going to see a lot of four-seamers tonight, most likely, Sam, and that's one thing he does. He's not going to get a lot of ground balls. The ball's going to be in the air.
Corbin Carroll digs in, and the pitch is in for a strike, 0-1. Well, Sears went 7-9, a 4.95 ERA in 22 starts, 111 innings with the A's to begin the year. Last start for the A's against the Mariners, 4 innings and a third, 2 earned runs given up on 5 hits. He gave up 1 home run. And the pitch is lined into center. That's a base hit. Up to second goes Marte. And back-to-back singles to begin the night for Arizona. Just like that, Scans, J.P. Sears in trouble.
Well, sweeper up in the zone, and as we mentioned, there's going to be four-seamers up in the zone, but the sweeper you cannot leave up there around the waist, and this ball just is on the horizontal plane, and Corbin Carroll does a nice job of just lining it back up in the center field. So, yep, as you mentioned, Sammy, all of a sudden you've got runners on, and here's a little tester for J.P. Sears right out of the chute for him, right? We talked about it in the open, about just trying to stay calm. You're going to have butterflies. You're going to have adrenaline in your first outing with your new ball club. A little bit of a tester here in the first.
Well, the Padres had 2 on, nobody out in their half of the first inning. Did not score, and now J.P. Sears trying to hand the Diamondbacks the same fate. Switch hitting, Geraldo Perdomo digs in. And the pitch is in for a strike, 0-1. Off speed that time from Sears. Perdomo, a really good shortstop. You feel like he goes a little bit under the radar here in Arizona. 278 batting average, 11 home runs, 75 RBIs. Runners lead off first and second. No score, bottom 1, nobody out. 0-1 is up and in. A fastball that time. Perdomo also has an on-base percentage of .378. It's good for 6th in the National League. Lourdes Gurriel Jr., cleanup man, waiting on deck. And the 1-1. Swinging a line drive foul above the first base dugout. 1-2 on Perdomo.
Okay, you got him to swing at that fastball upstairs at 92. You've got him set up for something downstairs if you want. Maybe come back with that sweeper. He's also got a slider that he's been using more this year, Sammy. It's got a little bit more vertical tilt on it. We haven't seen it yet.
Outfield playing Perdomo a step the other way. And the 1-2 from Sears. Swinging a liner towards shortstop, picked out of the air by Xander Bogaerts, and he'll have no play at first or second. That look ticketed for left center. Xander doing a good job moving to his left and snared it out of the air.
Nice play by Xander. So he went with the sweeper. He tried to go in on his hands, but sort of elevated, and that's why Perdomo was able to get as much barrel on it as he was, but a nice reaction time by Xander to record that first out. Now you're in business. Now all you need is a ground ball. Again, he's not a big ground ball guy, only 6 double plays this season, but let's see if he can roll a pair.
Cleanup man, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. digs in. First pitch is in for a strike, 0-1. Well, Sears' splits this season aren't drastic. Lefties sitting 271 against him, righties at 255, so lefties have actually hit him a tad better than the righties. Right-handed hitting, Gurriel digs back in. And the 0-1, ground ball towards the middle, base hit. Around third base comes Marte. Merrill picks it up, throws to third, throw there not in time, throw to second not in time. It's an RBI base hit for Lourdes Gurriel Jr. And Arizona jumps in front, 1-0 here in the first inning.
Tried to do the same combination that we saw Brandon Pfaadt execute against Jackson Merrill. A cutter in on his hands. He came down with a changeup. Not a terrible pitch. It's kind of down. It's kind of away, but Lourdes able to get enough barrel on it to get it right back up the middle. Good hustle also on the back end, seeing the throw going to third base to get himself into scoring position and staying out of the double play ball. So unfortunately, Sears rolling the ground ball, which we were asking him to do, just not at anybody.
Yeah, really two things hurt on that play, the run scoring and then both runners advancing a base. Ruben Niebla goes out. He wants a word with J.P. Sears. This visit to the mound is brought to you by the Window Depot, offering the best prices and biggest inventory on in-stock vinyl windows and interior and exterior doors. Order online or find a location near you at thewindow.depot.com.
Perfect guy to have out on the mound right now, Sam. Ruben Niebla, like, they don't have a great strong rapport relationship, obviously. They've only known each other for a few days, but still, Ruben just has a calming effect about him. And he's not the type of pitching coach that's going to come in and start saying, hey, you got to do this and you got to do that. He likes to get to know guys, and I'm sure that was just a very calming, hey, let's just take a deep breath. Let's get back to making some quality pitches, hitting our spots. Here we go.
So here's Tyler Locklear playing first base today for Arizona. 1-0 Arizona, bottom one. And now J.P. Sears trying to keep it that way. First pitch on the way. And a ground ball, third base side, rolling foul. So we saw Ruben Niebla go out there and have a word with Sears. And it seems, Scans, like part of the thing about J.P. Sears in a Padres uniform, maybe one of the reasons they were interested, the Padres were, in getting Sears along with Mason Miller from the A's. As Locklear digs back in. And the 0-1 on the way. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Maybe Ruben Niebla can work a little bit of his Niebla magic with a guy like J.P. Sears?
With anybody.
Yeah.
I mean, not just J.P. Sears, but anybody that comes from another organization and puts on a Padres uniform. You're going to learn something from Ruben Niebla, no question about it.
0-2 on Locklear. And the pitch from Sears. Up and away. Fastball that time. 1-2. 93 miles an hour on that heater.
But one of the things that Ruben does so well, and I alluded to it just a moment ago, Sam, is he doesn't try to overwhelm guys right from the beginning. It's not as though you're going to walk into a Padres clubhouse one day and Ruben is going to be there waiting at your locker saying, okay, here's what we're going to do.
1-2. And a fastball upstairs. Again, all heaters here to Locklear. 2-2.
He's all about building relationships, getting to know the player, getting the player's trust, understanding what the player likes to do, what his strengths are, what he perceives his strengths and weaknesses to be. And then over time, with a game plan, incorporating one thing at a time to try to bring that guy to a different level.
2-2 on the way. Swinging a looper foul. Third base side, lands in the seats. Now we'll see if J.P. Sears can make some strides in a Padres uniform.
Well, I think the other thing about it, Sam, is I think the Padres probably think that he's going to be able to perform much better at Petco Park. I mean, you're coming from Sacramento, which is a home run derby type place, and a big part of the reason that he's allowed 23 home runs so far this season. A lot of those coming at home, but those fly balls, a lot of them will be landing in the gloves of Jackson Merrill, Fernando Tatis Jr., and Laureano.
Sears fires. Swinging a foul ball again. Left side out of play. This one lands in the upper deck. Do it again at 2-2. Tyler Locklear, Diamondbacks just got him from the Mariners in that deal for Eugenio Suarez. Played 16 games for the Mariners last year. Now expected to get most of the starts at first base for Arizona. Remember, they traded Josh Naylor to Seattle as well. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Sears goes upstairs, a heater. And on pitch number 7, he strikes out Tyler Locklear for his first K of the night.
Nice job of reading the batter right there. So they went sweeper inside. Both of the sweepers were around the chest level, and they were able to get Locklear to swing. So what do? You come in with a 4-6 four-seam fastball, elevated just a little bit higher than those sweepers that he was already giving bids at, and you're able to get it by him. Nice job.
Runners on second and third. Now 2 men away. 1-0 Arizona, bottom one. Brings up James McCann. First pitch is in for a strike, 0-1. Let's pause for Station ID on the Padres Radio Network.
KWFN and KWFN HD1 San Diego.
Hi, I'm Wandy Peralta. You're listening to Padres Baseball on the Padres Radio Network.
And Odyssey Sports Station.
0-1 to McCann is upstairs, 1-1. Alongside Bob Scanlon, Sam Levitt with you, and of course our producer-engineer Dave Marcus here as well. 1-0 Arizona in front. JP Sears trying to keep it that way. Runners on second and third, 2 men away. 1-1. And a fastball upstairs, 2 balls, 1 strike.
So this is a situation that Sears has had some challenges with so far this season. Sam, 2 outs and runners in scoring position. Opponents fit 324 Houston, so not been one of his strengths, but he got an opportunity to work out of this jam and got the big punch out for out number 2. This would be a nice way to start his Padre career. Yeah, run as a cross, but you don't fall apart. Keep things under control. Keep this game close by getting this final out.
Corbin Carroll leads off third base. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. off second. 2-1 on McCann. And the pitch from Sears. Swinging a foul straight back, 2-2. Went to the sweeper that time. That sweeper for JP Sears has been, as we alluded to a little bit earlier, pretty effective for him this season. Opposing hitters batting under 200 against that sweeper. Pitch number 21 of this opening frame coming up for JP Sears. 2-2 on the way. And a swing, foul tip right at home plate, or actually no, James McCann did not get a piece. Hit the dirt, Freddie Fermin couldn't hang on to the pitch, a strikeout nonetheless. And in the inning for Arizona, 1 run on, 3 hits, 2 left on. End of 1, the Diamondbacks won.
Well, we certainly served it up over the plate. This is a burger fit for a home run king, the 99 burger in honor of Aaron Judge. They sell a bazillion of these at Yankee Stadium. It looks pretty good. I feel like we passed the test. What about you?
I think so. I got a couple packs of 1986 Topps baseball cards. Let's open them up and see who's in here. I love the bubble gum. Oh my. Tom Seaver, but with a White Sox uniform on. The franchise for the Mets. I played with him in 1983, my rookie season. I was just in awe with these guys when I saw them in spring training and got a chance to play with them. Baseball cards of memories.
Still matters. Delivery available throughout San Diego County.
Hey, baseball fans. This is Kathy Manella from Manila Law Group. Are you going through a divorce? Don't strike out by not having representation. Give my team a call. We've been hitting home runs for over a decade. Visit us at ManilaLawGroup.com. That's MINELLA.
We go to the top of the second inning here in Arizona. Diamondbacks leading 1-0. That's our score brought to you by Trust and Will. Top of the second is brought to you by Sin Lee Food. Ignite your taste buds with the freshest flavors at Sin Lee Food. Discover authentic ingredients at 4665 El Cajon Boulevard, the Cook's Asian Resource. Alongside Bob Scanlon, our producer-engineer Dave Marcus. Sam Levitt with you. Scans and I filling in for Jesse and Tony.
Good to be talking some ball with you, Sammy.
Absolutely. Nice night here in Phoenix. First pitch to Gavin Sheets. He is in for a strike, 0-1. Padres Padres had 2 on, nobody out in the opening frame, did not score. Sheets followed by Ramon Laureano and Jake Cronenworth. Fought out of the windup in the pitch. Is a little dribbler foul. Right by the on-deck circle to our left, 0-2.
Got to give credit to James McCann in that first inning, Sam. After the back-to-back walks, he goes out and has a chat with Brandon Pfaadt, and instead of throwing 6 different pitches, he said, hey, let's get back to your bread and butter. Let's just throw some sinkers. Let's get a feel for that. Let's start throwing some strikes. He did, and now he's been getting locked in.
0-2, a swing and a miss. So second strikeout of the evening for Brandon Pfaadt. 1 up and 1 set aside here in the second brings up Ramon Laureano.
Nice back-to-back changeups to get Sheets swinging over the top.
You're exactly right. Since McCann went out there, had a chat with him, 4 up, 4 down.
That's what a catcher can do for you.
So here's Laureano, 2 hits yesterday, including his first home run as a Padre. Righty on righty, first pitch on the way. And a heater in for a strike, 0-1.
Yeah, you got to keep in mind also that Pfaadt is coming off a horrible outing versus Detroit, where, as you mentioned, Sam went 4 2/3, allowed 11 hits and 7 runs to cross. So it was important that he get through that first inning and get himself back on track, so he wasn't digging himself out of another hole. So that was a big meeting by James McCann and a nice adjustment by Pfaadt.
Well, it just shows you again the value of a veteran catcher on a staff. 0-1. He's outside. Sweeper that time. 1 ball, 1 strike on Laureano.
Yeah, those guys know what to say, Sam. I mean, there's times where you're out on the mound and you need a little confidence booster. There's other times where you need a kick in the butt.
1-1. Swinging a high fly ball, twisting towards the right field line. Marks a second baseman over and right around the foul line, about 20 feet up the line, makes the catch. And there are 2 men away here in the second.
Second base, number 9, Jake Cronenworth.
Diamondbacks leading 1-0, 2 outs, nobody on for Jake Cronenworth. Well, we certainly saw the value of a veteran catcher, Elias Diaz providing that, Martin Maldonado certainly when he was here providing that. And I think even now with Freddie Fermin, he's a little bit younger than those guys, but Padres expecting that from him as well. First pitch to Cronenworth is a fastball outside, ball 1.
Yeah, it's been an interesting catching crew this year for the Padres, and Martin Maldonado not with the ball club anymore. Obviously, Freddie Fermin taking his place, but shouldn't be underestimated what he provided.
1-0, fouled straight back.
And I know a lot of people just look at the batting average and say, what he provided? He was hitting under 200. What are you talking about? Well, he was really instrumental, especially with some of the younger pitchers, the Randy Vasquez's, the Stephen Kolicks, the Brian Bergerts, in terms of working with those guys. And we got a catcher's interference here, Sam, to get Jake Cronenworth on base here with 2 down. But Martin Maldonado really was very, very important being behind the plate for those young guys. And, you know, it might get overshadowed, but hopefully it doesn't go underappreciated. I know it wasn't by this pitching staff.
So catcher's interference on McCann. Padres gifted a base runner. Cronenworth on first base. 2 men away brings up the number 9 batter, Freddie Fermin. First pitch. He is in for a strike, 0-1.
And I'm really curious to see what Freddie Fermin brings to the table now. I mean, being under the tutelage of Salvador Perez, one of the great veteran catchers that you were just talking about. Good man to learn from.
0-1. Swinging a ground ball, third base side. Alexander picks it up, tosses across the diamond in time. And that's the inning. No runs on no hits. Padres.
The newfangled idea of the time was night games, and teams thought that the shiny material of satin would reflect the stadium lights better. But satin comes with all kinds of issues. Despite all its drawbacks, this shiny material really does create a show-stopping jersey.
French doors and sliding glass doors. Visit BuyShuttermark.com. That's BuyShuttermark.com and experience the Shuttermark difference.
San Diego summers mean ball games, beach days, and road trips. Make sure your ride's ready with Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Drive in, stay in your car, and be done in about 15 minutes. No appointment needed. For coupons, visit SoCalOilChange.com.
Fans, the bottom of the second is brought to you by Symbiotica, the official wellness partner of the San Diego Padres. Take charge of your health with premium supplements. Visit Symbiotica.com.
We go to the bottom half of the second inning. Diamondbacks leading 1-0. Left-hander J.P. Sears back to work. Sears gave up a run in the opening frame, but did a nice job wiggling out of further trouble. Bottom third of the lineup due up for Arizona: Blaze Alexander, Alec Thomas, and Jorge Barosa. Sears throwing 21 pitches in that first inning. Right-handed hitting, Alexander digs in, and the first pitch is inside, ball one.
We talked about the great adjustment that Brandon Pfaadt made in his first inning to get himself back on track. Great recovery by J.P. Sears to strand those runners at second and third. Like I said, nice little confidence booster for him.
1-0. He is in for a strike, 1-1. Four-seamer that time at 90 an hour from Sears. And as we said, he's not going to blow you away with the velo. Alexander, 62 at bats, batting .226, a home run, 6 RBIs. 1-1 en route. And another fastball. Belt high, called strike. 1-2 on Alexander. Our stat of the day is brought to you by Culligan Water of San Diego, providing advanced water treatment solutions, including softeners, filters, and bottled water, ensuring cleaner, safer, and great-tasting water for homes and businesses since 1936. Give you that stat of the day in a moment. 1-2 on the way from Sears. And a fastball upstairs, 2-2.
What do you got for us, Sammy?
Well,
let's hear it.
It's a basic one, but I think it goes to our conversation about the value of catchers, right? How good the Padres catchers have been at handling this pitching staff. There's one number that stands out. 2-2 is upstairs again, off speed this time, 3-2. Padres staff as a whole this year, a 3.56 ERA, second lowest ERA in Major League Baseball, tops in the National League. Says it all.
Pretty impressive. And you can dissect it into two different parts, right?
3-2. Fisted foul, right side out of play. Do it again at a full count to Alexander.
Part number one is a bullpen that's been absolutely dominant. The best ERA in all of Major League Baseball. We know about the horsemen in the back end. Now you got 5 horsemen back there, and everyone else has done a nice job in that bullpen as well. The other side of that is the starting rotation, which when you consider the number of pieces that they've been missing all season long.
3-2, hit foul again.
Very impressive what that starting rotation has done. They kept the Padres in ball games, and even Randy Vasquez, who got sent down yesterday. Padres kept winning games that he started. That was the bottom line. They won, 12 out of his last 14 starts?
Another 3-2 on the way from Sears. Hit foul again, right side out of play.
Were they impressive starts, like he was going 6+ innings and just shutting people down all the time? No, but he was going 4 or 5 innings, keeping the Padres in ball games and giving them a chance to win with an offense that was able to score one more run the opponent, and he handed off to that bullpen that was shut down. So, great job by Ruben Niebla and Ben Fritz.
Pitch number 9 of the battle between Sears and Alexander, and here it comes. And it's hit foul again, first base side, and again this will land by the seats.
Let's not forget Chris Appichia also.
Yeah.
He does a great job working with Ruben Niebla and Ben Fritz. He's on it with all the biomechanics and working with guys and keep them sharp. So really a team effort all around.
10th pitch of this battle to open up the bottom of the second between Sears and Alexander. And here it comes. Swinging a foul again. So an 11 pitch at bat ensuing.
Now the last one's the one where J.P. Sears is kind of shaking his head because some of the other pitches weren't as well located. They were foul balls. He got away with them. But when you put a backdoor sweeper on a guy and he still gets a piece of it, that's when you're like, oh, dang, all right. I got to come up with something even sneakier than that.
Pitch number 11, and it's upstairs, ball 4. What a turn at bat by Blaze Alexander, works leadoff walk. First walk allowed by J.P. Sears, and no doubt Alexander earned it.
Yeah, that was a good battle right there. As we mentioned, on both sides. Sears was making some quality pitches. Alexander fouled them off. Sears missed with a couple. Alexander wasn't able to take advantage of them, but he kept staying alive, Gets the lead runner on. And now you're a little fatigued also, both physically and mentally, after a plate appearance like that this inning.
Brings up Alec Thomas. Alexander, a short lead, being held on by Arise. Lefty on lefty. And the pitch from Sears. Fastball called strike. Thomas 7 for 11 with a home run this past weekend against the A's, now batting .349 in his last 14 games. So a dangerous hitter there out of the number 8 spot. 0-1. A check swing, and Thomas did not go. Nice crowd here in Arizona. Lower bowl filled up pretty nicely. Plenty of brown and gold in there. Plenty of fans beyond right field fence, left field fence. A little bit more sparse in the second and upper deck. And a throw to first base, Alexander back in safely. Alexander just 2 stolen bases in 3 attempts this year, so not a huge threat to run.
He's got Thomas set up perfectly right here to roll over a sweeper. He went fastball inside with a 4-seamer, then a 2-seamer inside. Now you can give him that little sweeper down away, get him to roll over, get a little 4-6-3 action.
1-1. Swinging a ground ball towards the middle, base hit. Merrill races in, picks it up. Around second, racing to third is Alexander. He'll get there safely. So once again, a second consecutive inning. The Diamondbacks have the 2 first base runners aboard. Runners on first and third, nobody out. J.P. Sears in another jam.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised they went with another fastball here, Sam. They already had gone in there twice. They came in there a third time, and Alec Thomas just said, all right, third time's the charm. Let me get a good hack at this one. Puts it right back up the middle, and as you described, now it's another tricky situation for J.P. Sears with first and third, and at this point, you can't worry about that guy on third base. You just got to stay out of the big inning. If that run scores, no problem, but I need to get an out right here, one way or another.
Number 9 batter, Jorge Barosa digs in. 1-0, Arizona in front, bottom 2. Runners at the corners, nobody out. Sears in trouble, and he throws to first base, and Thomas dives back in safely. Sears now 35 pitches in, still nobody out here in the second, and a lot of these pitches have been very, very high stress. Almost all of them. Pitch to Barosa. Popped up. Straight back out of play. Barosa 3 for 25. A brief playing time in the majors this year. 4 RBIs. Very dangerous part of the order. Waiting on deck. Ketel Marte, leadoff man looming. Swing and a miss. Good off-speed pitch there from Sears. Went to the changeup, and Barosa way out in front. Sears listed at only 5'11", 180 pounds. I say only 5'11". Who am I to talk?
What are you clocking into these days?
I say 5'8".
Okay, is that an NBA 5'8", so you're really 5'6"?
5'7.5", 3/4 kind of deal. But now the world knows. I say 5'8". Sears from Sumter, South Carolina, near Columbia. 0-2 the count on Barosa. Pitch on the way, and it hit him. Got Barosa, looked around the front elbow, and he'll be awarded first base. Took a little bit of a half swing. So Sears got ahead of him, 2 strikes, and he hits Barosa, the number 9 batter. Look at the replay. Actually got him in the back arm, the back elbow area.
Yeah. Trying to go the sweeper, trying to get him to swing over the top of it, but it's waist high on the check swing. It hits him right in the back forearm. And they actually checked over at first base to see if he had gone around enough to be able to call it a strike. But Sean Barber, the first base umpire, said he did not. All of a sudden, you got a bases loaded situation. Top of the order coming up. And J.P. Sears for the second inning in a row has really got to work out of some trouble.
A really sticky situation. Bases loaded, nobody out. Ketel Marte digs in. 1-0 Arizona, bottom 2. The pitch is in for a strike, 0-1. Padres play the infield pretty much back. Luis Arraez pulled in a little bit from first base. He's actually playing pretty far in now. couple of steps beyond the infield grass. Everybody else back. And the 0-1. Fastball upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike on Marte, who singled and scored his first time. Sears sets around the letters. And the 1-1. Swinging a pop-up. First base side, drifting foul. Sears would certainly love a strikeout here. You got a guy on deck in Corbin Carroll who can really run. He would be awfully hard to double up.
I mean, JP Sears is just really lucky to be getting the ball back right here. This is a hanging sweeper. Marte just swung out of his shoes, and as soon as he popped it up, he knew, oh, I just missed a cookie right there. So Sears getting second life.
1-2 on Marte. And Sears delivers. Swinging a foul straight back. Do it again at 1-2 on Ketel Marte.
Trying to elevate, gets the swing. He's got him set up now for that changeup that he started him off with, Sam. Let's see if he can execute it.
Well, Ketel Marte, one of the more dangerous hitters in this lineup. And he waits on the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Sears strikes him out. Went upstairs at 91. And a huge strikeout for J.P. Sears.
Got it done. Went with another fastball upstairs. And this one was just maybe 3 or 4 inches higher than the previous one, Sam. They already got Marte swinging. I thought they had him also set up to go change it down and away, but they opted to go with another fastball upstairs. Unfortunately, Sears executed it absolutely perfectly to get the swing and the miss. Huge strikeout.
So now Sears a third of the way out of this thing. Corbin Carroll digs in. Bases loaded, 1 down. The pitch, off speed. Little bit out of the zone, ball 1.
Or was it? Pretty good sweeper right there. That's one of the better sweepers that he's actually thrown today, but he's not located very many pitches down there at the knees, Sam, so he does not get the call.
Swinging a tapper foul, first base side. 1-1 on Corbin Carroll. He singled his first time. Sears, an 11th round pick by the Mariners in 2017 at the Citadel. Traded from Seattle to the New York Yankees for reliever Nick Rumbelow. Made his major league debut with the Yankees in 2022. Then he was traded at the deadline from the Yankees to the A's in 2022. That was the deal that sent Frankie Montas to New York. 1-1 on Carroll. And the pitch. Swinging a fly ball left field. Drifting over Laureano by the line. This should get a run in. Laureano makes the catch. Tacking up from third base, Alexander. He'll score standing. Flip to third base after the cutoff. Not in time. So a run scores. Sac fly. RBI for Corbin Carroll. And Arizona takes a 2-0 lead. Manny Machado cut the throw off. Xander Bogaerts went over to cover third base, and they nearly had Alec Thomas going from second to third, but it looked like Bogaerts couldn't hang on to the little flip from Manny. Yeah, Bogaerts hangs on. I think they get Thomas at third base.
Yeah, the problem, though, is the throw is so high that's what allows the runner on second base to think to himself, okay, I've got an opportunity to get to third because there's no way this ball is hitting a cutoff man. Whereas if you get a little bit of a lower throw, all of a sudden that runner at second base has to think twice. So a heads-up play by Thomas to get himself over to third base. Now he can score on a wild pitch. He had one less force out on the infield as well.
Now, really, Laureano didn't have much of a shot to get the runner at home. Manny did a good job cutting it off, but Padres could not get the out at third. So runners at the corners, 2 men away. 2-0 Arizona. Here's Geraldo Perdomo. And the first pitch from Sears is inside off speed, ball 1.
The good thing that Sears did that last batter, Sammy, is he got ahead of Corbin Carroll quickly, 0-2, and he didn't waste any time. It wasn't like he was trying to set him up for another pitch. He went right after him with a good quality 0-2 pitch down to the zone. You get the sacrifice fly, that's fine. You get the out, you give up the run, but an opportunity to keep the damage to a minimum at this point. He didn't burn any extra bullets to do it.
1-0, in for a strike. 1-1 on Perdomo. Well, just like the first inning when Sears gave up the lone run escaped any further trouble. Sort of the same mission here. 1 run in. And now J.P. Sears trying to avoid a bigger inning. Perdomo hit it hard, lined out his first time. I told you about that trade that Sears was affected by. Traded at the deadline in 22 from the Yankees to the A's. 1-1 comes in. Swinging a pop-up. Shallow right. Arise goes out. He's there. In foul territory. Makes the catch. And that's the inning. So J.P. Sears does give up a run. We'll tell you more about that trade a little bit later. In the inning, 1 run on 1 hit. 2 left on. End of 2. Diamondbacks 2 and the Padres nothing on the Padres Radio Network.
Biggest thing we're bringing is a brand new Tony Gwynn drop I did with his estate. So we just signed a deal at therealist.com to actually go through his entire archives, present them, and auction them off. And to announce it, we did this limited edition 1994 The Lost Season card. Because, you know, between August of 93 and May of 95, Tony Gwynn batted 406 in 162 games. So in the back, we have the stats of what could have been.
Brand new AC installed for as low as $89 a month. Don't wait. Book your maintenance service or new install now at ComfortBros.com. Comfort Bros Heating, Air, and Plumbing. Service that makes mom proud.
Fans, every game this year will be answering questions from you, our listeners. And if you have a question for us, go to 973thefan.sd.com/question. Send one in, and guess what? Sammy and I might answer right here on the air. Again, that's 973thefan.sd.com/question.
And Dave says the mailbox is wide open. So get those questions in. Your opportunity to ask us anything you want. Dating advice, I don't know that we could do that, but anything else, we'll entertain it. 2-0 Arizona leading, top half of the third. First pitch to Fernando Tatis Jr. is a ball, a little bit low and outside, ball 1. Top of the order due up for San Diego. Tatis, Arise, and Machado. Brandon Pfaadt back to work, out of the windup, and the 1-0. He's in for a strike, 1-1. Mentioned earlier, Pfaadt, a 5th-round pick in 2020 from then Division II Bellarmine. Bellarmine now a Division I school in the Atlantic Sun Conference. 1-1. Taking a called strike on the outside corner. 1-2 on Tatis.
Yeah, Fernando not too happy with that call. Having a little discussion with DJ Rayburn, I'm sure asking, is that as low and as outside as the zone is going to be tonight?
1-2 en route. Taken outside, didn't miss by much, looked like around the same spot.
Might as well go back down there. The first one wasn't a strike. If you get the call a couple inches further down, why not?
2-2 from Pfaadt is outside, 3-2. Bellarmine, the school Pfaadt went to, is in Louisville. Hope I'm saying that right. People from Louisville are very particular about how you say it. I think it's Louisville.
I think your second version was
Louisville.
Better. Yeah. Good adjustment, Sam.
3-2. Swinging a ground ball to shortstop. Perdomo shuffles, picks it up, and a strong throw to first base in plenty of time. 1 up and 1 set aside for Brandon Pfaadt. 2-0 Arizona in front, top 3. Well, Bellarmine, really a family school for Pfaadt. His grandfather, Rob, professor there. His dad works there. His two aunts went there, played baseball with both of his brothers at Bellarmine. Really an amazing story. D2 program gets drafted in the 5th round, only a 5-round draft in 2020. First pitch to Arise is upstairs ball 1, and signed a 5-year, $45 million deal with Arizona this spring to buy out his arbitration years. Deal also has some options that could buy out his first couple of years of free agency. 1-0. Swinging a line drive foul. Third base side, 1-1. Really an interesting journey. A kid who went to a D2 school, gets to the major leagues. He's pitched in the World Series already. Signs an extension.
I think it's another great example of how if you have talent, you will be found.
1-1. Swinging a ground ball towards the middle. Marte, second baseman, by the bag. Picks it up, throws to first in time. So 2 up and 2 set aside. 2-0 Arizona in front. Here in the 3rd.
He wanted to go to the big school, Sam, and he had to get looked at, and he needed the scouts to be where the other talent was going to be. But now they do such a great job just canvassing the entire world, really, in so many ways. Not many guys fall through the cracks at this point.
Manny Machado digs in. And the first pitch. Swinging a foul straight back, 0-1. Here comes the Lumber, brought to you by Dixie Line Lumber and Home Centers. Fix it, build it, enjoy it. Manny struck out his first time. That was right after James McCann went out in the first inning. Had a word with Vaught, and really he's been a different guy ever since. 0-1. It's a pitch a little bit low. 1-1. Sinkers to Manny so far. That one at 93. Outfield playing, Machado straight up. And the 1-1 offering. Swinging a line drive, base hit. Heading towards the left field corner. Gurriel cuts it off. Manny around first base. He'll try for second. The throw there is in plenty of time. So Manny trying to stretch a single into a double. Gurriel, a strong throw to get him at second base. And the Padres will challenge. So hold on just a second. Mike Schill putting his hands to his ears, the headphones, and the Padres will challenge that call at second base. As at the moment, Gurriel has thrown out Manny Machado at second base, trying to stretch a single into a 2-bagger.
Yeah, San Diego is sounding the out at second.
A good throw, no doubt about it, and a great job by Perdomo to just sort of stand there, and he's waiting, as a second baseman, Marte, but he waits, and the last second tries to get the tag down, but Manny might have gotten that right foot in on the back side of the bag before the tag gets applied to his knee.
Now we'll see what the replay decision is. That was the Padres' first hit of the game, brought to you by Frozen Ropes Travel Ball. Free tryouts are underway for ages 7 to 14 with Coach Kurt and his Frozen Ropes team. Check the team out at SanDiegoFrozenRopes.com. That's SanDiegoFrozenRopes.com. And this manager's challenge is presented by Silver Strand Technology. Ready when the heat is on. Silver Strand Technology, your experts in fire alarm systems. Visit silverstrand.com. Now, what do you think, Scans?
I got him safe, and I'm surprised they threw him another sinker, Sam, because they saw 3 sinkers in the first plate appearance, first pitch in this plate appearance, another sinker. He went to it one more time, and you're not going to get that sinker past Manny Machado that many times. That's an absolute rocket to left field, which is why the play was even close. It got to Gurriel so quickly, and he was able to make a good throw. But I do believe he got his slide in on the backside of the base.
I think it's close. Question is, did Manny get that right foot in on the backside before Marte applied the tag? It was very, very close. I just wonder if this will be a situation where...
After review, the call is overturned. The runner is safe.
Well, there was enough.
San Diego will retain the call.
He did a great job. That's a perfect slide by Manny Machado. He's on the backside of the base, away from the throw, and that's the difference. If he slides to the middle of the base or any other place of that bag other than that very back corner, he's out. Good baseball right there all around.
Really good slide. Great call, Scans, to the backside of the bag. If he goes front side there, he's out.
Yep.
So So good job by the crew back in New York. It'll be a 2-out double for Manny.
Yeah, just good baseball all around again, Sam. I mean, Gurriel got to it quickly. He made a good throw. Marte did a great job of not letting Manny know that the throw was coming and how close it was going to be. He waited till the last second to move and gets it, throws the tag down as quickly as he can. Manny just did his job of sliding to the back corner. Good hard ball by everybody.
Padres trailing 2-0, top half of the third. Manny on second, brings up Jackson Merrill. And the first pitch from Falk is taken inside, ball one. Outfield playing Jackson well the other way, especially Thomas in center. 1-0. Swinging a ground ball foul, first base side.
They mixed up their combinations this time. The previous plate appearance, they went cutter in on the hands of Jackson. They came back with a changeup and got him to hit that little slow roller. He was over the top of it. This time, same cutter on the first pitch, but instead of going to the changeup, they duplicated the cutter inside just to make sure that Jackson wasn't cheating away.
1-1. Swinging a ground ball, base hit into left center. Manny racing around third. He'll score easily. Cut off in the gap. Merrill racing for second. And he's in there with a stand-up 2-out RBI double. Padres cut the deficit in half. It's 2-1.
Nice piece of hitting by Jackson Merrill. Gets another cutter. They don't get it inside on him enough this time, and he is all over it. Just drives it opposite field. He's so good at staying balanced and keeping his hands inside to get the Padres on the board.
RBI number 48 for Jackson. So a 2-1 D-back lead. And it brings up Xander Bogaerts. Merrill now on second base, 2 men away. First pitch to Xander is skied in the air into center, playable. Thomas moving to his left, he's under it. And he puts it away for out number 3. But in the inning, 1 run on 2 hits, 1 left on. Middle.
We wanted to introduce something new. And then working in some of our past and what the past can look like in the future. I think our players absolutely love it, and our fans, we think they'll learn to love it, especially if you can win in it. You know, that kind of solves everything.
Find Smile Spirits at Total Wine or smilespirits.com. Smile Spirits, making San Diego smile. Don't strike out with game day traffic. Ride the coaster train to San Diego Padres games. The coaster train runs nearly every hour or less on weekdays, and we add extra trains on game days for the fans. Hit a home run at gonctd.com/Padres.
Fans, the Padres' next homestand is a 3-game series against the Boston Red Sox. It's this Friday through Sunday. Don't miss the cross-country clash as America's #1 ballpark. Visit Padres.com/tickets.
We go to the bottom half of the third. The Trustin will score. Arizona 2, San Diego 1. Left-hander J.P. Sears gets back to work for the Padres. Sears will face Lourdes Gurriel Jr., followed by Tyler Locklear and James McCann. 4, 5, and 6 in the Arizona lineup. Out of the windup, and the first pitch is taking a called strike 0-1. That's now 50 pitches in just 2+ innings for J.P. Sears. He had to throw 49 in the first 2. And I guess scans on one hand, it's obviously been a little tough for Sears. Ton of base traffic, but he he's got his team running the ball game right now.
Yeah, he's done a great job of pulling a couple of Houdini acts in, both in the first and the second. Things could have really gotten out of control, but he needs a nice, efficient inning right here.
0-1 to Gurriel. Swinging a ground ball, sharply hit the second. Cronenworth gobbles it up, throw to first base in plenty of time. 1 up, 1 down here in the third. Who's Hot, Who's Not is brought to you by the Grilling Store at Hillcrest East Hardware, the official grilling store of the Padres radio network for all your grilling needs. Visit them on University Avenue or at thegrillingstoresd.com. All right, let's see. Who's Hot, Who's Not, according to the great Dave Marcus. As Tyler Locklear digs in for Arizona. First pitch on the way. Swinging a high fly ball into left. Going back, Laureano. He's looking up, and this one is way gone. Tyler Locklear, his first home run as a Diamondback. Just like that, Arizona gets the run right back. It's 3-1.
Sweeper trying to come inside with it, Sam. He doesn't get it in there enough, and Locklear just gets the barrel to it. We talked about it earlier in the broadcast. He's a fly ball pitcher, and he's going to have balls in the air, and this is a good place to get it up and carry it out here in Phoenix.
So Locklear, who hit 2 home runs last year with Seattle, his first home run after the trade that brought him to Arizona. 3-1 Diamondbacks. Here's McCann. First pitch fouled away. First base side 0-1. Oh, who's hot? Baltimore shortstop Gunnar Henderson. His last 12 games, he's 16 for 42, a .380 average with 12 RBIs. He's taken up and in 1-1. Who's not? Angels outfielder Joe Adele. He's in a 6 for 38 slump, a .157 average with 1 home run, 5 RBIs in his last 10 games, and this did include a 2-run home run that he hit in his first at-bat tonight. 1-1. Swinging a ground ball to shortstop. Bogarts shuffles to it, scoops it up, and a throw to first base in time. 2 outs here in the third. Diamondbacks leading 3-1. And it brings up Blaze Alexander.
Well, nice little recovery right there by J.P. Sears after giving up the home run. He makes some quality pitches to James McCann, including a really good changeup. We've seen some good changeups out of Sears tonight. Gets the ground out on that one.
First pitch to Alexander. His belt high, called strike. Well, Sears, like we alluded to earlier, he has that 4-seam, the sweeper, the changeup. Mix in the slider, sinker, curve. Only averages 92 with his fastball. 0-1. Here's a ball. Alexander hit his first home run of the season yesterday in Sacramento. 1-1, swing and a miss, 1-2. He's now getting most of the starts at third base after Arizona traded Eugenio Suarez. Both Josh Naylor and Eugenio Suarez going to Seattle. So on one hand, it obviously is not what you thought the Diamondbacks would be doing when the year began. It really looked like a quality, talented team. 1-2 fouled away. Dealt with a ton of injuries, and general manager Mike Hazen electing to sell off at the deadline, but has created some opportunities for guys like Alexander. He's starting almost every day right now. Alexander walked, scored a run his first time. 1-2 is up and away. Sweeper that time, out of the zone.
Yeah, and you don't know how long you're going to get those opportunities either, Sam, because they have Jordan Lawler also in the wings to play some third base. He's out with a hamstring right now, but it's very possible he returns. All of a sudden, that's going to be shared time. So you got to make hay when you get the opportunity.
2-2. This is in. Not by much. 3-2 on Alexander. Sears out of the windup, and the pitch on the way. Swinging a looper towards left. Laureano coming in. He can't get it. Gets all the way behind him. Can't find it. Now runs to it. Alexander around second base, so hold on there. Laureano tried to play it on a short hop, and it just bounced right behind him. Thankfully, didn't get super far away, but Alexander takes second on what was a little looper to left.
Yeah, fastball in on his hands. It's not hard hit. It's landing right in front of Laureano, and he didn't dive for it. He tried to keep his body in front of it. It just caroms off of his glove and off to the right.
Rolled a double for Alexander. So now Arizona, runner in scoring position, 2 men away for Alec Thomas. 3-1 Arizona in front here in the bottom half of the third. First pitch is outside, ball one. Thomas singled his first time. So it looked like even with the home run, could be a pretty quick inning for J.P. Sears, and now he's at 63 pitches on the night, not yet done with the third. 1-0 swing and a miss. Thomas way out in front. Off-speed pitch that time.
Still an opportunity to get out of this inning without it being another 30-pitch inning like the previous one, Sam.
Sears comes set. Alexander leads off second. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Fastball upstairs that time. 92 miles an hour, and now Sears ahead 1-2.
All right, finish him off right here. Keep it as efficient as possible. Strand that guy at second. Don't waste any more bullets. Get yourself back into the dugout.
See if Sears can do that right here. 1-2 the count. And the pitch. Swinging a pop-up into shallow left. Laureano racing in, still coming, and he'll get there, puts it away. And that's the inning. But in the inning for the Diamondbacks, 1 run on 2 hits. They leave 1 on. End of 3. Arizona.
You know, we like to stay on topic here, but Squirrel. Squirrel.
What? Where?
Squirrel.
Where?
Oh, no.
How about that? That went right up into the batter's eye, into the camera position. How about that?
That one will fall into the White Sox dugout.
Well, it looks like he's still aggravated about being traded away. She's so excited she just threw it back. That was off the ledge, too. We can't get that down.
How do you get out, though? That's the problem. There's no exit.
Casino Resort Concert Series.
With a clock ticking on the solar tax credit, now is the time to act to save thousands of dollars. Veteran and locally owned Asgard Energy is offering free estimates for solar panels and batteries. To get yours, visit AsgardEnergy.com. That's ASGARD Energy.com.
Top of the fourth inning is brought to you by Genesis Home Improvement, San Diego's trusted painting, roofing, and window company. Top half of the fourth, Padres trailing 3-1, and to take you through the next few innings, your scans.
Sam, thank you so much. As you just said, 3-1 Padres trail as we head to the top of the fourth inning. It'll be the 6, 7, 8 batters for the Padres. Gavin Sheets, Ramon Laureano, and Jake Cronenworth to try to solve the mystery of Brandon Pfaadt, who looked like the Padres are going to be able to get to early. Walked the first 2 batters in the first inning, but he was able to work out of that jam. It was an RBI double by Jackson Merrill last inning. They got the Padres on the board. Here's Sheets. He was a strikeout victim back in the first inning. First pitch he looks at, fastball on the outside corner at 92. Last time Gavin was out in front of a changeup. 0-1 pitch to Gavin. Ground ball to the right side. Slow roller, charging hard as Marte. He scoops it up over to first base in time, and Gavin Sheets is retired for the first out here in the top of the fourth inning. The Trust and Will score is 3-1 in favor of the Diamondbacks as Ramon Laureano will now come to the plate. Popped up back in the second inning. Bit of experience here at Chase Field, hitting .273 in only 4 games. Fought winds and deals. The first pitch to Laureano, taken for a strike on the outside corner. That's the cutter at 89. It's been a heavy dose of sinkers and cutters from Brandon Pfaadt since the first 2 walks in the first inning. Next pitch to Laureano, swung on, foul back into the screen. He's behind in the count. Now 0-2. The changeup at 87 from Pfaadt. And as Sam and I explained in the first inning, he was running into control problems. Wednesday, Nestor Cortez will make his Padres debut against Anthony DeSclafani. The 0-2 pitch to Jake. Check swing. It's fouled at the plate. Gets a piece of McCann.
Boy, how good was Yu Darvish in that last outing against the Mets?
He was outstanding. Great outing by Yu Darvish. One of the sharpest outings I've seen him ever have as a Padre in terms of the quality of his stuff and just the surgical approach that he had locating all of his pitches. Again, the 0-2 offering to Jake. Ground ball to the right side. The first baseman, Hocklear, will backhand it. He'll take it to the bag himself, and it's an easy 1-2-3 inning for Brandon Pfaadt here in the top of the fourth inning. Head to the bottom of the fourth. Padres trailing the Diamondbacks 3-1 on the Padres Radio Network.
Contractors, ready to hit a home run with your next outdoor job? Swing into J&W Lumber for brands like TimberTech and Trex for all your decking, fencing, and pergola needs. We have everything you need, always in
legacy today with a lineage timepiece at lineagewatchco.com. That's lineagewatchco.com. Lineage Watch Company, the official timepiece of the San Diego Padres Radio Network. Transform your home with custom interior shutters from Shuttermart, manufactured and installed in just 3 to 5 weeks. Get 35% off during Shuttermart's baseball season sale. Windows, French doors, and sliders. Experience the Shuttermart difference at buyshuttermart.com.
Welcome back. The bottom of the fourth inning is brought to you by EcoWater SoCal, keeping it soft and celebrating 100 years of water perfection. Visit EcoWaterSoCal.com. Your water should be perfect. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Padres Radio Network.
KWFN and KWFN HD1.
1. J.P. Sears will face the 9-1-2 batters for the Diamondbacks. His first pitch to Jorge Barosa is in there for a strike, 91-mile-an-hour fastball. The Diamondbacks have been able to push a run across in each of the first 3 frames. It has not been easy going so far for J.P. Sears. He's done a nice job of keeping the damage to a minimum. But it's been quite a workload for him. Pitch number 68 about to be delivered. The 0-1 offering to Barosa is going to miss upstairs. Evens it up at 1-1. Barosa was hit by a pitch in his first plate appearance back in the 2nd inning. Barosa hitting 120 so far for the Diamondbacks, only playing in his 10th game. 1-1 offering. Misses high, 2-1. That'd be the changeup from J.P. Sears. He's thrown some good ones today. He's actually induced a few ground balls off of that pitch tonight. Left-hander winds and deals. Pitch a swung on, line drive into left field. This could be extra bases. Laureano is racing over. He's going to have to play it off the wall. He falls down now as Barosa easily cruises into second. Throw comes in, cut off by Xander Bogaerts. It's a leadoff double for Jorge Barosa to get things going for the Diamondbacks here in the 4th. Sam, it's not going to be an easy inning once again for J.P. Sears.
Yeah, and you look at the pitch location, 4-seam fastball up in the zone, and Barosa took care of it. And again, number 9 batter getting on base, and it flips things to the top of the order for Ketel Marte.
Sears working out of the stretch once again tonight. That's been the pattern for him so far this evening. Here is Ketel Marte. He singled in the first, was a strikeout victim in the second. First pitch he sees, off-speed pitch. That's the sweeper on the outside corner for a strike. That strikeout at the time was a big punch-out for Sears. It was a bases-loaded situation with nobody out. And he was able to get Marte to chase the 4-seam fastball up in the zone. The 0-1 offering, line drive into right field for a base hit. Fernando Tatis Jr. charges. He comes up firing home. It's going to be cut off by Luis Arraez. Runners on first and third after leadoff double single by the Diamondbacks here in the bottom of the 4th.
Another 4-seamer that Marte gets a good swing off on. Sears again, it was up, belt high for Marte, same issue.
Yep, he's been upstairs, and he got Marte to swing and miss at the fastball up out of the zone previously, and you got the sense that Marte this time was saying, okay, I'm going to see another 4-seam fastball. This time I'm not going to try to pull it into left field. I'm just going to go with it opposite field. He does. First and third, nobody out. Here's Corbin Carroll. 1-for-1 with a sacrifice fly. Sears comes set. First pitch to Carroll, swung on, fly ball, right field, pretty well hit. Fernando's going back. He's not going to get there. It's going to be off the wall. 1 run is in. Here comes the throw to second base. Carroll is safe with a double, and the Diamondbacks have a 4-1 lead as Barosa scores on the double by Corbin Carroll.
Now this time it was a sweeper from J.P. Sears, lefty on lefty against Corbin Carroll, but again, same issue. Ball up around the belt area for Carroll, and he got a great swing on it, bangs it off the bottom of that right field fence.
Ruben Niebla is going to go out and have a chat with J.P. Sears, and this visit to the mound is brought to you by the Window Depot, offering the best prices and biggest inventory on in-stock vinyl windows and interior and exterior doors. Order online or find a location near you at windows.com. Second time tonight that Ruben Niebla has had to go out and have a chat with J.P. Sears. And you have to wonder now, Sam, if the amount of work that he's had to do just to keep this game close in the first 3 innings is catching up with him. On top of the fact that, as we talked about right from the get-go, this is a ball game where you know he's going to have a lot of butterflies, a lot of adrenaline. It's almost like an opening day for him in that respect. And I just wonder if all of those things are starting to catch up to him, on top of the fact that he's facing the lineup now for the 3rd time, which has not been a friend to him so far this season. Third time through the lineup, opponents have hit 347 against him, Sam.
And the approach has been a little bit different here for Arizona, 3rd time through. They really grinded them down, those at bats early on. Now, Diamondbacks being very, very aggressive, swinging early in counts.
4-1 Diamondbacks, runners on second and third, still nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. The batter is Geraldo Perdomo. 0 for 2 with a line out and a pop out. First pitch swing, ground ball left side to Manny. He looks back, the runner at third. He fires over to first base low, but Luis Arai is able to stretch out and record the first out of the inning. Marte still at third base. Carroll still standing at second, one down.
Well, obviously this hasn't been a great night for J.P. Sears, but he has done one thing pretty well, and that is limit damage in these innings. He gave up one in the first, one in the second, one in the third, now one in the fourth inning. Has not allowed this outing to unravel on him. We'll see if he can do that again in the fourth.
Lourdes Gurriel Jr. now digging into the right-hand batter's box. He is 1 for 2 today, had an RBI single back in the first inning, grounded out to Jake Cronenworth in the third. As Sammy just mentioned, it's been a lot of traffic for Sears all night long. First pitch to Gurriel in the first, strike on the inside corner, 92 miles an hour.
He's already allowed 9 hits, only one out here in the fourth.
Padres have the infield halfway on the right side, a little bit deeper on the left side. 0-1 pitch, popped up right side, but it's going to reach the stands, foul. And Sears quickly ahead in the count now, 0-2, an opportunity to take Gurriel himself. He's shown the ability to work out of major traffic, and he's getting tested with it again here in the fourth inning. Diamondbacks with a 4-1 lead. Runners on second and third, one out, and an 0-2 count. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Sears working out of the stretch. Pitch. Little pop-up towards right field. Jake's coming in. The outfielders are coming in. It's going to land in for a base hit. Another run is going to score as Fernando finally gets to it in no man's land. He throws home. And on the play, Marte scores. 5-1 Diamondbacks here in the fourth. Just a perfect little hand grenade into right center field. Jake was trying to get there. Jackson Merrill was charging Fernando Tatis Jr. Sam, nobody can get there.
It wasn't a bad pitch by Sears. It was up and in on Gurriel, and he just got enough of the bat on it to loop it into right center. Nothing that Merrill could do, nothing that Tatis could do. And first time the Diamondbacks have scored 2 runs in an inning here tonight.
Gurriel on first base. Corbin Carroll now on third. 2 runs are in. Still only 1 down. Yuki Matsui has been warming up in the Padres bullpen. He should be ready when needed. Tyler Locklear is the batter at the plate. Right-hand hitting first baseman is 1 for 2 with a home run. Runner goes, pitches upstairs, throw it on to second base is in time. James Hoy rings him up. Good throw by Freddie Fermin for the second out.
Oh, good pitch to throw on for Fermin, and one of the first times we get to see the new Padre catcher, Freddie Fermin, show off the arm talent. Great strong throw, right on the money. Good tag applied by Jake Cronenworth. Well done.
You know what else we don't see very often is the runner that gets thrown off just hopping up and walking back to the dugout without any wait for the challenge. Runner on third, 2 down now. The 1-0 pitch is way upstairs. 2-0 to Locklear.
That has certainly become a commonality among all players, no matter what. It seems like they wait around,
and you can't blame them. We've seen so many calls reversed. 2-0 to Locklear. Fouled off to the right side.
Now, I will say, I think the NBA is the worst with that. After every foul, you see the guys doing the replay motion, swirling the finger. It's after every single foul they commit.
It's a given. A lot more subjective, though, in the NBA.
Yes.
In terms of fouls. Baseball, it's a little more black and white. Throw either beats here, it doesn't. 2-1 pitch, misses inside, 3-1. 5-1 Diamondbacks. They scored 1 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the third. They've got 2 across here in the fourth inning. 2 down, Corbin Carroll standing on third base. And a 3-1 count to Tyler Locklear. Pitch. Taken for a strike. Count full. James McCann awaits on deck. As we mentioned, Yuki Matsui is ready in the Padres bullpen. Sears comes set. The 3-2 pitch to Locklear. Swung on line drive, but foul down the third base line. Out in front of that sweeper. And we'll try it again. Sears gets the sign he likes. And again, the 3-2 offering. Ground ball left side as Xander Bogaerts, he charges, fields it over to first base in time, and that'll do it. The Diamondbacks are finally retired, but not before they get 2 runs on 4 hits. And at the end of 4, Diamondbacks with a 5-1 lead over the Padres. You're listening to Padres Baseball right here on the Padres Radio Network.
Hey, Padre fans, Tony Gwynn Jr. here. You might already know my dogs, Kai and Axel, are MVPs in my family. And when it comes to getting everything they need to stay happy and healthy, I trust Petco as my home team. Whether I'm dropping them off at my local Poway store with their favorite groomer, Amanda, or scoring their great selection of food and supplies at low prices. I know the friendly pros at Petco make caring for my whole lineup easy and affordable. Petco, official pet partner of the San Diego Padres.
Sid's Carpet Barn. Come on down, come on down. Kohl's Fine Flooring has closed, and Sid's Carpet Barn stands alone as San Diego's flooring leader. Explore a huge selection of premium high-end flooring choices, along with quality budget-friendly options too. Visit Sid's or SidsCarpet.com.
Escape the everyday and experience San Diego's most breathtaking view at Bali High Restaurant on Shelter Island. For over 70 years, Bali High has been the place where unforgettable memories are made. Legendary Mai Tais, fresh seafood, island-inspired cuisine, and unbeatable sunsets over the San Diego Bay. Lunch Monday through Saturday, dinner 7 days a week, and a spectacular Sunday brunch buffet. Before the game, date night, or just because, make it Bali High. Book at BaliHighRestaurant.com. Locally loved, tropically inspired. That's Bali High.
Thinking about home improvements? Genesis Home Improvements is San Diego's trusted painting, roofing, and window company, and a 2025 Torch Awards for Ethics finalist, recognized by the Better Business Bureau. Energy-efficient windows, durable exterior paint, and total roof protection. We bring quality and integrity to every project. Licensed, bonded, and insured with 100% financing available. Get a free quote and save 15% today. Visit GenesisHomeImprovementsSD.com. Genesis Home Improvements, a new beginning for your home.
Don't miss the Michael King bobblehead presented by Cox on Wednesday, August 20th. Limited to the first 40,000 fans in attendance when the Padres play the Giants at 6:40. This exclusive bobblehead features Michael King taking the mound in a gold crown and cape. Visit Padres.com/giveaways.
Great looking giveaway, isn't it?
And I like the timing of its scans. Who knows, Michael King might be back by the time that giveaway comes around.
You know, all indications are that might be a possibility. We'll talk about that in just a moment as we head to the top of the 5th inning. Padres trailing 5-1. Brandon Pfaadt will face the 9-1. 2 batters for the Padres. It'll be Freddie Fermin, Fernando Tatis Jr., and Luis Arraez to try to get something going against the right-hander. Firmino for 1. He grounded out in his first plate appearance back in the 2nd inning. Looks at a first pitch strike, sinker on the outside corner, and that's been the go-to pitch for Brandon Pfaadt throughout this ballgame. A lot of sinkers, a lot of cutters. He's allowed only 2 hits so far. Next pitch in their first strike in the top part of the zone. That'd be the cutter. Fermin, not too happy with that call. Turns around and has a couple words with DJ Rayburn. And is going to use his batter's timeout at this point. Both those hits for the Padres came back in the 3rd inning. It was a double by Manny Machado that set the stage for a 2-out RBI double by Jackson Merrill. Ground ball third base side, but it's foul over towards Tim Leeper in the third base coaching box. Padres wearing the road sands with brown pinstripes. Sort of the usual road uniform this year. Every now and then we'll see them in the brown tops. It looked just as sharp, but tonight it's back to the tan and pinstripes. Fly ball left field. Going back for it is Gurriel, and he flags it for the first out here in the 5th. Fans, the top of the 5th is brought to you by Cask & Coast Premium California Bourbon. Winners of 5 gold medals, harvested in the heartland, crafted in California, enjoyed everywhere. Visit them at caskandcoast.com. One down, here's Fernando Tatis Jr. Fernando 0 for 1 with a walk. First pitch swinging, first pitch missing. Big sweeper out in front of it. passes that Fott issued back to start the ball game. 0-1 to Fernando. Another sweeper. This one's going to miss down low. And it's so unusual for Brandon Fott to be issuing free passes. Only 25 all season long coming into this ball game, Sam. That was the 5th fewest in the National League. 1-1 to Fernando. A little slow roller third base side, but it's foul. Count now 1-2.
It is worth noting after Fernando's first walk tonight, now a career high 64 walks in 111 games. That's more than he had when he played 141 games in 2023, 130 games in 2021. It has been a much more significant part of his offensive game this year, taking walks.
Part of the maturation process, is it not? Becoming more and more selective, less chase out of the zone on the sweepers down and away. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Popped up right side, but that's going to find the stands, and Fernando will stay alive.
You look at Fernando's overall numbers, 17 home runs, and I think probably he would like that number to be a little bit higher. Maybe the OPS, the slug a little bit higher, but his 367 on base ranks 11th in the NL. He's done a good job just getting on base all year.
1-2. Big swing, but fouled back into the screen. July hitting 308, reached base 53 times, tied for the most in all of Major League Baseball. Swung on line drive, base hit into center field for Fernando. So nice plate appearance where he fouled off a couple of tough pitches, gets a sinker, lines it into center field for a 1-out single here in the 5th inning. That'll bring up Luis Arraez. Arraez 0 for 1 today. He was also one of the free passes issued by Brandon Fott in the 1st inning. Another one of the Padres that really loves hitting here at Chase Field. 352 career average. Where doesn't Luis love to hit? First pitch to him, swing and a miss. Diamondbacks. We're in the top of the 5th inning. Fernando Tatis Jr. takes his lead off first base. Long hold. Now the 0-1 pitch to Luis. Ground ball to the first baseman, but it's foul. Good try by Tyler Locklear to grab it before it was heading towards foul territory, but he doesn't get there in time. Otherwise, he would just step on the first base bag for the first out. It would have been interesting, though, at second base, Sam. Fernando got a pretty good jump. I'm not sure if they would have been able to get him on the tag play at second after the force out at first.
Yeah, Fernando did a good job not assuming anything that it was going to be a foul ball. He took off, went for second, he ended up being foul anyway.
0-2 the count to Arraez. Pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him. There's something you don't see very often. Luis Arraez going down on strikes. Only the 4th strikeout of the evening for Brandon Fott, but he gets Arraez to chase for the second out here in the 5th.
Yeah, one of the more rare things you'll ever see in baseball. Luis Arraez expanding, which he'll do, and he looked back at Brandon Fott and said, wow. He mouthed wow back at him after he swung and missed.
2 down. Here comes the Lumber. It's brought to you by Dixie Line Lumber and Home Centers. Fix it, build it, enjoy it. It's Manny Machado swinging at the first pitch. It's a high fly ball to left field, but playable. Gurriel is looking into the ceiling here at Chase Field. He'll make the catch for the final out. No runs, a hit, 1 runner left. We've played 4.5. Diamondbacks 5, Padres 1 on the Padres Radio Network.
Bulkhead Energy, built by heroes for heroes. The go-to energizer for military, first responders, and essential workers of all professions. Drink Bulkhead Energy, fuel for heroes. Go to bulkheadenergy.com. Use code HERO25 to get 25% off your first order.
Build the deck of your dreams with Trex Decking. Performance-engineered decking products that won't rot, splinter, or fade. Is 100% submersible and built to last. Going on now at all 9 Dixie Line Lumber locations, including the newest Dana Point Dixie Line. The Summer Trex Deck promotion featuring Dixie Line gift cards on qualifying Trex purchases. More how to save details in store or online at dixieline.com/Trex-promo. Dixie Line Lumber and Trex Decking. Fix it, build it, and enjoy it.
If
If you're facing serious criminal charges, now's not the time to call on someone who has neither the skill set nor the desire to deliver when it counts the most. I am someone who's been in your shoes, lived through the fear, shame, and uncertainty after being arrested, and know how to come out on top. I'm criminal defense attorney David P. Shapiro. Since 2010, my firm has helped good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime. Protect your freedom, protect your future, know your rights. Visit us online at davidpshapirolaw.com. That's davidpshapirolaw.com.
When I say we know trucks, we know trucks. I'm General Manager Greg Ryan at my new home, El Centro Ford. Why the new location? For several reasons. We're a 60-year family-owned and operated business. Our sales and service teams are top-notch. We offer simplified financing options, and best of all, we can deliver your new vehicle to your front door anywhere in San Diego. Stop paying more than you have to. Shop our incredible selection of new Ford trucks at elcentromotors.net. Our team is excited to meet you at El Centro Ford, where it's that easy.
The Trusted Will score is 5-1 Diamondbacks over the Padres as we head to the bottom of the fifth inning. Bob Scanlon and Sam Levitt filling in for Jesse Agler and Tony Gwynn Jr. J.P. Sears is going to go out for another inning of work, Sam. I wasn't sure if he was going to after Mike Schild had Yuki Matsui ready to go last inning, but trying to get as much as he can out of his left-hander. See if he can maybe get through this fifth inning and save a little bit of the stress on the bullpen.
Al Sears now 84 pitches in. And you're exactly right. Mike Schild talked about it post-game the other day about needing some more length from the starters, and you don't blame him trying to squeeze a little bit more out of J.P. Sears, trailing 5-1.
James McCann will lead things off for the Diamondbacks. First pitch he sees, misses way outside, ball one. McCann 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out. Came into the ballgame hitting .265, 2 home runs, 5 RBIs since joining the Diamondbacks. This is his 19th game. Had faced Sears previously when Sears was with the A's. It's 1 for 3 against him in that matchup. Ground ball left side. Past Sean Larkin, the third base coach for the Diamondbacks.
And the other part of it, Stans, that I think you have to mention when you talk about the Padres needing some more length out of their starting pitchers. Padres don't have a real quote-unquote long man in that bullpen right now.
1-1 McCann, swing and a miss, but his bat goes flying about 30 feet in the air, hits the top of the screen above the Diamondbacks dugout on the third base side, and finally lands. That's about as far as you can launch a bat. And thank goodness net is there, Sam. Otherwise, somebody might have taken a piece of lumber.
And that landed a good, I don't know, 30, 40 feet up the netting.
It was at the very top of the net.
It was close. Yeah, you're right. It was very much towards the top, maybe 5 feet to spare.
So McCann gets his stick back, and he digs back into the right-hand batter's box. The count now 1-2. Sears winds and deals. The pitch misses upstairs. You know, I can say winds and deals because Sears is actually one of the few pitchers that actually does work out of the windup. And that's new for him this year. He'd been working out of the stretch for the last several years under all circumstances, but this year decided to go out of the windup for a couple of reasons. A 2-2 to McCann. Check swing. Did he hold up? Yes, he did, and the count will now be full. Well, one of the reasons is he felt like it kept him a little bit more upright in his posture. Was able to drive more towards home plate, but the other thing he said, he was having trouble, Sam, apparently with the pitch clock that was instituted, and never really felt like he was getting in a rhythm working out of the stretch, but he felt like out of the windup, for whatever reason, just a little bit better rhythm for him. The experiment's been working out pretty well so far this year. The 3-2 pitch to McCann, swing and a miss, strike 3, got him. Went to the fastball upstairs at 91 miles an hour. McCann down on strikes for the second time today. Fourth strikeout of the evening for J.P. Sears. One down here in the bottom of the fifth inning, and that'll bring up Blaze Alexander.
Who's on deck for the Padres in the sixth is brought to you by Timber Tech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit timbertech.com. Padres at 4, 5, and 6 to up in the sixth inning. Merrill, Bogarts, and Sheets.
Alexander, first pitch he looks at, misses upstairs. Ball one. He is 1 for 1. He walked and scored in the second, doubled in the third. Today's question of the day is brought to you by Kaiser Permanente. If you have questions about your health, visit kp.org/San Diego. Kaiser Permanente for all that is you. 1-0 pitch to Alexander, popped up right side. Fernando Tatis Jr. is coming in. Waiting, drifts to his right now and makes the catch for the second out. 2 up, 2 down. That'll bring up Alec Thomas. Let's get to that question of the day. It is asked by somebody unnamed in Chula Vista, so we're sorry that you want to go incognito. But the question is this one of the loudest stadiums for the radio booth announcers? Because the background noise is much louder than normal. And this is not the loudest stadium for the radio booth. Which are the top 5? Yeah, it is pretty loud here, isn't it, Sam?
It is. Now, I have not been to many of the ballparks across baseball, and certainly have been broadcast in a lot of them.
First pitch to Alec Thomas, swung on, fouled off to the left side on play. Well, I will give a couple of options here, and for different reasons. So first of all, Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia, very loud, because the fans are just raucous. They show up, they have a good time. 0-1 pitch to Thomas, ground ball right back up the middle, charging his Bogarts. Off balance throw to first base is in time to get him, and that'll do it. Clean 1-2-3 inning for J.P. Sears in the 5th. When we come back, we'll answer the rest of this question for unnamed in Chula Vista. We played 5. Diamondbacks 5, Padres 1 on the Padres Radio Network.
Cask & Co.'s premium California bourbon is San Diego's award-winning craft bourbon. Smooth and flavorful, it's coastal luxury in a bottle. Winner of 5 gold medals. Cask & Coast is harvested in the heartland, crafted in California, and enjoyed everywhere. Visit caskandcoast.com.
Palomar Health leads the league in patient care. Recognized by Newsweek as a world's best hospital for 7 years in a row, Palomar Health's world-class team remains dedicated, innovative, and ready to step up to the plate for you. With cutting-edge care and compassionate support, Palomar Health is here to help you win in health. Palomar Health, champions of healthcare, champions for you. Visit palomarhealth.org to find a doctor.
Looking for quality windows without the wait? Come to the Window Depot. We carry a huge selection of Milgard windows, in stock now and ready for pickup. Need something custom? No problem. From new construction to full home replacement, we'll help you order the perfect Milgard windows built to fit your space, style, and budget. Whether you're a homeowner or contractor, the Window Depot makes it easy to get the windows you need fast. Visit thewindowdepot.com to find a location near you and see why we're your Milgard window experts.
Kia has 10 electrified utility vehicles to choose from. Whether you're ready to take a Kia Sportage Turbo Hybrid on a road trip, a professional looking to navigate traffic in an EV9, or someone who wants electric for every day and fuel for far away with a Sorento plug-in hybrid, Kia has something for you. Find out more at your local Kia showroom today. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. The 2025 Sorento PHEV has an EPA estimated all-electric range of 31 miles on a full battery charge. Actual range will vary.
Gather your crew and upgrade your game day in one of Petco Park's private and renovated suites. Perfect for hosting clients, birthday parties, and family reunions. Suites make for an elevated game day experience. Start planning your outing now at Padres.com/suites.
We head to the 6th inning. Padres trailing the Diamondbacks 5-1. Bob Scanlon and Sam Levitt filling in for Jesse Agler and Tony Gwynn. Brandon Pfaadt going out for his 6th inning of work will face the 4, 5, 6 batters for the Padres. Jackson Merrill, Xander Bogaerts, and Gavin Sheets. Pfaadt winds and deals. The first pitch to Jackson, big swing and a miss. Strike 1. Jackson 1 for 2 today. He's responsible for driving in the only Padres run. That was back in the 3rd inning. The 2 outs, Manny Machado doubled. Jackson then followed with a double of his own. That's all the Padres have been able to get together against Brandon Pfaadt. Next pitch fouled off to the left side out of play. So we'll finish our question here from unnamed in Chula Vista. So I've got Citizens Bank Park is pretty loud, Sam, because the fans are super loud. Dodger Stadium also loud.
Oh, now I have been there.
And it's not necessarily because of the fans.
The music.
They just, theirs goes to 11. Oh. Their speakers are just bumping off the hook the entire time.
It is in your face.
0-2 pitch to Jackson. Popped up on the infield, right on top of the mound. Coming in for it is the 3rd baseman. That is going to be Alexander, who makes the catch for the first out here in the 6th. So that's a loud one. And Dave Marcus also has on his list Citi Field in New York. Yeah, that can be pretty loud for the same reasons. A lot of music being played there. But I think Chase Field is pretty darn loud, Sam. And even though there's not a ton of people here, there's just an echo factor here at Chase Field that I think surpasses most of the other stadiums. 1 down. Here's Xander Bogaerts. Xander 0 for 2 so far tonight. Takes the first pitch Sinker down below the zone. 1-0. Outfield playing straightaway, infield shaded slightly to pull against the right-hand hitting Bogarts, who's been on a tear. Next pitch to him. Missing upstairs, ball 2. Xander hitting .345 over the last 15 ball games. Sits safely in 12 of his last 13 for a .302 average. Looks at a strike. Count now 2-1. And really, Sam, it's interesting. You can really point to June 19th as the day where statistically things really started to turn around for Xander. The 2-1 offering fouled off to the right side. Count now even at 2-2. But yeah, really, and Xander would say this himself, he actually felt like he was swinging better before that 4-hit game against the Dodgers. And if you looked at some of the analytics inside, you would see chase rate was down. The hard hit contact was up. 2-2 to Xander. Little pop-up right side, heading towards foul territory. It's the first baseman Locklear who's going to make the catch over in the Padres coaching box in foul territory for the second out. So a couple of pop-ups have recorded the first 2 outs here for the Padres in the 6th inning.
And just to continue your point on Xander, Mike Schilt, before Xander really took off, really again starting that with that game on June 19th, he talked about how a lot of the internal numbers were looking much better than what the numbers on the field, the actual numbers were becoming.
Here's Gavin Sheets, first pitch to Gavin on the outside corner for a strike going on.
And over time, those numbers started to even out.
And boy, have they. Xander's been one of the hottest Padres since that Dodger series. 0-1 to Gavin. This is down low, evens it up at 1-1. Gavin is 0 for 2 tonight with a strikeout and a ground out. Padres have been able to muster only 3 hits against Brandon Pfaadt so far tonight. It's a big swing and a miss out in front of the changeup. Sheets down to the count, 1-2. Nobody on, 2 outs. Top of the 6th inning. Padres trailing 5-1. Starting to come to life here at Chase Field, encouraging Brandon Pfaadt to try to put an end to this inning. Pitch. This is down low. 2-2 to Sheets. Gavin getting some playing time after getting the last 3 days off. And it was going to be interesting to see how Mike Schilt uses all the new pieces. And Gavin getting the start here tonight. 2-2 pitch. Missing inside, count now full 3-2, and coinciding with the new left-hand bats showing up, including Ryan O'Hearn, and the left fielder that's in there tonight, and Laureano, was the fact that Gavin had not been swinging the bat all that well for the last couple of weeks. 3-2 pitch, line drive down the right field line, but it's hooking foul into the stands.
Now, I think 2 things can be true at the same time. Number 1, Gavin Sheets certainly can be useful off the bench and gives the Padres a deeper look on the bench when he's in there. Or I should say not in the lineup, but coming off the bench.
Again, the 3-2 pitch, and again shot foul, this time over the head of Jake Cronenworth on the on-deck circle.
But also that Gavin Sheets, has not hit the ball as well lately as he did in the first half of the year, and would be nice to see him get it going a little bit. So that's probably part of the reason he hasn't been in the lineup, but also the Padres got a little punch when he's on the bench.
Again, the 3-2. This one misses way inside, ball 4. So a 2-out walk issued to Gavin Sheets will keep the inning alive for Ramon Laureano. Yeah, no matter how you cut it, it's a deeper Padres lineup and even more versatility for Mike Schilt. He's got more players that he can play at corner positions on the infield and the outfield, more pinch hitting and designated hitting opportunities for everybody. Here's Laureano, who's 0 for 2 tonight with a strikeout and a pop-up. First pitch to him in the first strike. The sinker has been the go-to weapon for Brandon Pfaadt tonight, much more than the four-seam fastball, which is actually the pitch that he had used most often coming into this ballgame at 28%. The sinker was around 20%, but tonight it's been a heavy sinker menu. The 0-1 fouled back into the screen, 0-2. Laureano with his first home run as a Padre yesterday. Opposite field. heart of Petco Park. Couldn't hold him. 0-2 pitch. Popped up right side, but it'll be foul. Out of play.
Padres have a couple of guys warming up in the bullpen. Double barrel action with Wandy Peralta and Yuki Matsui.
Thought comes set. Right-hander's 0-2 offering. This is high, 1-2. Laureano came to the Padres hitting .288 on the year, 16 home runs, 48 RBIs. That had some success against Font previously. It was 3 for 12 for a .250 average and a home run. 1-2 pitch. Fouled off to the right side, putting a tough at-bat together against Font, making him work. Pitch number 94 about to be delivered. I have not seen action down in the Diamondbacks bullpen. So Torey Lovello letting Brandon Font ride. Runner on first base, 2 outs. Again, the 1-2 pitch. Ground ball, slow roller. Third base side, charging hard is the third baseman Alexander over to first base. Not in time. It's going to be an infield single for Laureano. Not much. More that Blaze Alexander could do. And the rally continues for the Padres here. Runners at first and second down with 2 outs, and Jake Cronenworth walking up to the plate.
Yeah, great job by Laureano, hustling all the way. He could smell a hit. Not much more that Alexander could do to make a play on it. And the Padres set up runners on first and second, 2 down.
First visit to the mound tonight by pitching coach Brian Kaplan for the Diamondbacks. After Brandon Font retired, the first 2 batters on pop-ups. That was Jackson Merrill and Xander Bogaerts. But Gavin Sheets put together a tough plate appearance. He worked a walk. Ramon Laureano doing the same thing. Fouling a couple of 2-strike pitches off and then beating out the slow roller to the third base side. And Jake Cronenworth gets an opportunity to come to the plate now with 2 outs and 2 runners on. Padres trailing 5-1. Jake is 0 for 1 tonight with a ground out in the first base. Also reached on a catcher's interference. That was back in the second. Jake, of course, was the spark plug in yesterday's 7-3 Padres victory. It was his home run, a 2-run shot. In the 4th inning, that broke a 0-0 tie with the Cardinals. The Padres would then add a few more runs in the 7th inning.
Padres need that version of this offense to show up here in a hurry, down by 4.
Well, that's one of the things that A.J. Preller was hoping for. Sam, of course, in making those trades is adding some length to this lineup, and here it is, an opportunity for Jake. 2 down, runners on first and second. Font comes set. Check Sheets at second. Now he delivers home. The pitch is missing inside, ball 1. Action now in the Diamondbacks bullpen. Jake digbacks it. Comes set. The pitch. Taken for a strike.
Well, you don't want to put too much pressure on the Padres offense, but even down 5-1 here in the 6th inning, still a game with what's been a really shaky D-backs bullpen that you feel like they can come back in.
1-1 to Jake, swing and a miss out in front of the changeup. Down the count now, 1-2. Yeah, if you can just stay close, this Diamondback bullpen has been a disaster all season long, and a big reason that their GM Mike Hazen really felt like he was forced to sell at the trade deadline.
I guess the point is, with that bullpen and this offense, this game shouldn't be over.
1-2, fouled back into the screen. Jake staying alive. Not much swing and miss against Brandon Font this inning. He's gotten ahead of the Padres, but he's not been able to put them away. Arizona's fit .304 against Fa with a .988 OPS. Right-hander comes set, checks Sheets at second base. Still looking at second. Now he delivers home. The offering fouled off to the left side this time. Jake staying alive. Pitch count continuing to rise. Pitch number 100 will be delivered now.
Now 27 pitches in this sixth inning for Fa. So, if anything, the Padres have done a good job driving up that pitch count and maybe chasing him out of the game after this inning.
Got to imagine this might be his last batter.
Yeah.
Timeout now called. Jake is going to resettle himself into the left-hand batter's box. Long hold. The 1-2 pitch. Line drive, base hit into right field. In front of the right fielder. Gavin Sheets is going to be set. He's going to score. Padres now trail 5-2 on the RBI single by Jake Cronenworth. The rally continues for the Padres here with 2 outs in the sixth. Low line drive in front of Barossa, the right fielder, who charged it, short hopped it, and he was lucky that he kept it in front of him, Sam. Otherwise, that might have gone all the way to the wall.
Now, good piece of hitting by Jake. Got the barrel out in front. Nice smooth swing, liner into right, and a big hit for the Padres, who really needed to get something going against Fa. And not only that, they'll drive him out of this game.
Torey Lovello heading out to the mound. That's going to do it for Brandon Fa. When we come back, we'll let you know who's coming in from the Diamondbacks bullpen. Padres trail 5-2. They have a run in here in the sixth inning. And we'll try to keep the rally going on the Padres Radio Network.
This is Dan Fulkerson with Bada Fulkerson Law Group. If you are ever injured in an auto accident, do not wait. Call our office today. We can help you get the care that you need and the compensation you deserve. 619-333-5555.
Dixie Line Lumber and Home Centers, helping San Diegans fix it, build it, and enjoy it for over 100 years.
Every week, find dozens of bargains and savings in your Dixie Line mailer. With 8 locations, there's a Dixie Line Lumber and Home Center near you.
Hey, it's Gravy. August is Summer Sun Safety Month, and Kaiser Permanente reminds you to wear broad-spectrum sunscreen that's at least 30 SPF, reapply every 2 hours, and seek shade during peak hours of UV radiation, which is 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Also, wear wide-brimmed hats and wraparound glasses with 100% UV protection. You can find how much UV exposure you're getting by using the shadow rule. If your shadow is shorter than you, then UV exposure is high. For more SunSmart tips, visit kp.org/San Diego. Kaiser Permanente, for all that is you.
Buying or selling a home? With 17 years of real estate experience, Eliminite Termite offers escrow certified termite inspections and treatments backed by a full structural warranty. Our exclusive D-Limonite Orange Oil Termite treatment offers an organic, non-toxic solution that is people, pet, and environmentally friendly. No tents, no moving out. As Class B general contractors, we also offer full-service construction and repairs to any parts of your home affected by termite damage. Schedule a free inspection at eliminitetermite.com or call 619-334-0051.
Right-hander Andrew Hoffman comes in to pitch for the Diamondbacks here in the top of the sixth inning. Arizona 5, San Diego 2. Padres have runners at the corners, and the right-hander Hoffman scans making his Diamondback debut here tonight.
Yeah, 3 games with Kansas City, but getting an opportunity to show Torey Lovello what he's got. Just getting called up. He comes into the ballgame with runners on first and third, 2 outs. A run across here for the Padres. They trail 5-2 here in the sixth inning. And Freddie Fermin at the plate. Right-hander's first pitch to Fermin, swung on, fly ball to right field, but playable. Drifting back is Barossa. He's got a beat on it and will make the catch for the final out. The Padres do get a run, 1 run on 2 hits. They strand a pair as we head to the bottom of the sixth inning. Padres trailing the Diamondbacks 5-2 on the Padres Radio Network.
Do you know anyone that suffered a serious injury in an auto or motorcycle accident? Bada Fulkerson Law Group helps individuals that suffer traumatic brain injuries, spine injuries, and other significant injuries caused by auto accidents and motorcycle accidents. If you ever know anyone that's in this situation, do not wait. Have them give us a call today, 619-333-5555. Our office is happy to meet with them at no charge to see if we can help. San Diego's favorite personal injury law firm, Bada Fulkerson.
Helping people of San Diego isn't just what we do, it's who we are at your San Diego Honda dealers. We're here and ready to help the deserving people and families all throughout the community with random acts of helpfulness. lending a hand all around San Diego with their special teams of helpful guys and gals in blue. Look for us all year long, helping by providing free gas, surprising families with shopping sprees, bringing meals to seniors, supporting teachers and veterans, handing out diapers, roses, ice cream, and so much more. And that's not the only place your San Diego Honda dealers are helpful. Every Honda dealership has sales teams ready to help you find your perfect Honda with a great deal and service teams to keep your Honda running like the day you bought it. To find out more, click sdhondadealers.com or search your local Honda dealer today.
Comfort Bros Heating, Air, and Plumbing wants to help you get ready for summer with a $29 AC maintenance special. That's right, only $29. Visit ComfortBros.com to book an appointment. Comfort Bros Heating, Air, and Plumbing. Service that makes mom proud.
Trailing 5-2 to the Diamondbacks as we head to the bottom of the sixth inning. Wandy Peralta coming into the ballgame for the Padres. And this pitching change is brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Valvoline is your 15-minute instant drive-through oil change. Visit SoCalOilChange.com for directions and discounts. That's SoCalOilChange.com. First batter that Peralta will face is Jorge Barrosa, the number 9 batter for the Diamondbacks. He shows bunt, but pulls it back and takes it for a strike, 0-1. Rosa, 1 for 1 tonight, was hit by a pitch back in the second inning. Doubled and scored in the fourth. Wandy on for the 51st time this season, a 3.24 earned run average. The 0-1 pitch to Barossa. That one misses outside for a ball. Next pitch missing down low, 2-1 now to Barossa. So the night is over for J.P. Sears making his Padres debut. He goes 5 innings, allowed 10 hits, 5 runs, all 5 earned. Swung on high fly ball to left field, but playable. Drifting over is Laureano. He's calling for it, makes the catch for the first out here. One down.
Well, no doubt, some things to clean up for J.P. Sears after his Padres debut. The hit total very high at 10. And I suppose that's part of the process after the trade. Padres getting him in their building and hopefully can work on improving some things with Ruben Niebla.
One down, here's Ketel Marte. First pitch to Marte misses outside. Marte is 2 for 3 tonight with a strikeout. Scored both times. Out-of-town Scoreboard is brought to you by KMG Psychiatry, official mental health partner of the Padres Radio Network, offering TMS, that's transcranial magnetic stimulation, to lift the fog of depression and restore clarity. Visit KMGPsychiatry.com. Next pitch misses outside. 2-0 now to the right hand. Ketel Marte, the switch hitter who is hitting from the right side against the left-hand throwing Peralta. Swung on ground ball to Xander Bogaerts. Waits for it, scoops it up. Fires over to first base in time and quickly 2 away. Some of those scores, Padres started the day 3 games behind the Dodgers in the NL West. At Dodger Stadium, the Dodgers and Cardinals are tied 1-1 in the bottom of the 7th inning. Meanwhile, at Wrigley Field, the Reds beat the Cubs 3-2. And now they trail the Padres by 3.5 games for the 3rd NL wildcard spot. Meanwhile, in Atlanta, the NL Central leading Brewers beat the Braves 3-1, and Milwaukee now leads the Cubs by 3 games. 2 down, here's Corbin Carroll. First pitch to Carroll, missing down low. Carroll 2 for 3 with a single and double. Over in the NL East, the first-place Phillies beat the Orioles at home, 13-3. Kyle Schwarber hit his 39th and 40th home runs of the season. Next pitch to Corbin Carroll, broken bat, roller over to Jay Cronenworth. Scoops it up over in time, and a nice, clean, easy 1-2-3 inning for Wandy Peralta. Puts an end to the 6th for the Diamondbacks. We head to the 7th. Padres trail the Snakes 5-1. That's the Trust and Will score. Brought to you by the Padres Radio Network. We'll be right back.
Tony Gwynn Jr. here. The baseball season is upon us, which means long days and restless nights. So I spoke to my friends at Symbiotico, who recommended I take their best-selling magnesium L-threonate daily. And let me tell you, my sleep is deeper, I wake up feeling refreshed, and my mind is sharper. If you're struggling with restless nights or brain fog, this is your game changer. Want to feel the same? Go to Symbiotica.com and use code Padres for 15% off plus shipping site-wide. That's Symbiotica.com, code Padres for 15% off.
Summer isn't just a season, it's a feeling. Riding a roller coaster with a breathtaking view. Parasailing high above the Pacific Ocean. And of course, driving off in a new Lexus during the Golden Opportunity Sales Event. Get offers on select performance models now through September 2nd, because the greatest measure of an automobile is how it makes you feel. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Hey players, things are about to get real here in San Diego. Introducing the all-new Jamul Casino Resort. With a 200-room hotel tower, exciting new eats and drinks, plenty of new places to play, and a luxe spa and salon. Hello, rooftop pool and deck. It's where players can play their hearts out and enjoy all the perks that come with it. It gets real this summer at the all-new Jamul Casino Resort, the player's place. Learn more at jamulcasino.com.
Haven't made an estate plan yet? Don't wait. Go to trustandwill.com and use promo code BASEBALL for 20% off and free document delivery. Trust and Will is the official Score Update sponsor for all San Diego Odyssey stations and the Padres Radio Network. We're your home team for estate planning.
Top of the seventh is brought to you by Kaiser Permanente for all that is you. And take you the rest of the way, here's Sam.
All right, Scans, thank you very much. Top half of the seventh inning, Padres trailing 5-2. Fernando Tatis Jr., Luis Ariz, and Manny Machado. 2 up for San Diego against right-hander Andrew Hoffman, back to work out of the Arizona pen. Tatis walked, grounded out, single tonight. And the first pitch on the way is a little bit outside, ball 1. Hoffman got the final out of the sixth inning, replacing Brandon Pfaadt, who went 5 2/3. 2 earned runs given up, 5 hits. He walked 3, struck out 4, 97 pitches. 1-0 Tatis is in for a strike. D-backs acquired Hoffman in a trade for Randall Grichuk. They sent Grichuk to the Royals in late July, a handful of days before the deadline. 1-1. And a good pitch on the outside corner, called strike. 4-seamer that time at 95 miles an hour.
He's got a good arm. He showed the good fastball right there, Sam. 95 is about where he's going to top out at. Good changeup. Has a slider to go with it as well.
Tall right-hander fires. And a swing and a miss. Tatis way late on a 95-mile-an-hour heater. Tatis swung at that. It was almost in McCann's mitt. As Fernando shakes his head as he walks away towards that first base dugout.
Yeah, that was a really awkward swing by Fernando. You don't see that very often. And almost like he was looking for a changeup. The ball was already past him as he was finishing that swing.
Luis Ariz, the batter. 0 for 2 with a walk tonight. And the first offering is a little bit down and in, ball 1. Hoffman made his major league debut in May with Kansas City before getting traded over to Arizona. Listed at 6'5". He fires inside, 2-0 on Ariz. Originally selected in the 12th round of the 2021 draft out of the University of Illinois in Illini. Swinging a high fly ball into right. Barossa going back on the warning track. He has room, and he puts it away for out number 2. Well, Ariz gave it a ride, but Chase Field just big enough in right to hold it in. Ariz, who came in on a 16-game hitting streak, now 0 for 3 tonight. 2 outs, nobody on. Arizona leading 5-2. Top half of the 7th inning brings up Manny Machado. A double and a run scored back in the 3rd. First pitch, swing and a miss, way out in front. 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Padres. Arizona, 5 runs, 11 hits, 1 error. Pitch to Manny. Swing and a miss again. He was fooled a little bit on an off-speed pitch from Hoffman.
It's a good changeup. I mean, that's his go-to pitch. Oftentimes, guys will have a slider. That'll be their go-to coming out of the bullpen. For Hoffman, though, it's been that changeup. It's got good downward tilt.
Yeah, righty on righty, too. 0-2. As Hoffman deals. Pitch low. Another changeup that time. Misses. 1-2 on Manny.
Why not? Go to it again. You're getting the swings and misses out of it.
Swing and a miss. Manny strikes out. Hoffman gets through a 1-2-3 seventh inning, striking out 2. No runs, no hits, nobody left on. Time to stretch here in Phoenix. Our trust and will score. The Diamondbacks 5 and the Padres 2 on the Padres Radio Network.
Baseball fans, don't miss a beat or an oil change. At Valvoline Instant Oil Change, you'll be in and out in about 15 minutes. No appointment needed. With summer travel in full swing, it's the perfect time to get road trip ready. With an oil change, we'll check your oil, tires, fluids, and more while you stay in your car. Swing by Valvoline Instant Oil Change today. Quick, easy, and always a home run. Grab your coupons at SoCalOilChange.com.
Time is running out. The federal solar tax credit expires December 31st. That's thousands of dollars you could save on solar panels and batteries right now. Don't let this opportunity slip away. Asgard Energy makes going solar simple and affordable. Our expert team handles everything, from permits to installation. The clock is ticking on the tax credit. Join thousands of home and business owners already saving money and get a free solar estimate at AsgardEnergy.com. That's ASGARD Energy.com.
Nobody likes an old, yuck, ugly bathroom, so contact Miramar Kitchen and Bath. They're the kitchen and bathroom remodel specialists. Call Miramar Kitchen and Bath at 858-271-8434.
Contractors license 657-333.
Miramar Kitchen and Bath.
Hey, Padre fans, Tony Gwynn Jr. here. You might already know my dogs, Kai and Axel, are MVPs in my family. And when it comes to getting everything they need to stay happy and healthy, I trust Petco as my home team. Whether I'm dropping them off at my local Poway store with their favorite groomer, Amanda, or scoring their great selection of food and supplies at low prices. I know the friendly pros at Petco make caring for my whole lineup easy and affordable. Petco, official pet partner of the San Diego Padres.
Fans catch the Padres at home or on the go. Fans in market can watch Padres.tv, presented by UC San Diego Health, and stream games all season long for $19.99 a month or $54.99 for the entire year. Visit Padres.tv to get all the details.
We go to the bottom half of the seventh inning. Arizona leading 5-2. Left-hander Wandy Peralta stays on. They'll face 3-4-5 in the Arizona lineup. Perdomo, Gurriel, and Locklear. Wandy needed just 9 pitches to put together a very quick sixth inning. First pitch is in for a strike to Perdomo. Perdomo 0 for 3 tonight. 0-1. He's upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike on Perdomo.
Yeah, you got the feeling that the momentum might be starting to change a little bit, Sam. The Padres are able to get a run across in the 6th inning, and then Wandy doing what he did.
1-1 grounded towards the middle of base hit. Rolls into left center. Laureano picks it up and fires it in. First hit of the night for Geraldo Perdomo. And the D-backs have leadoff man aboard here in the 7th inning.
Well, I got to hand it to Andrew Hoffman. That kid looked really sharp in the way he was able to put the Padres down in order in the 7th with a couple of punch-outs, just sort of reestablished that the Padres still have a lot of work to do to try to get back into this one.
Wandy trying to keep this deficit at 3, right where it is. Here's Gurriel. A couple of hits tonight. 2 RBI singles. First pitch. Settles on the outside corner, called strike. 0-1. Short lead for Perdomo. And the pitch, a little check swing roller, bangs off the facing of the first base dugout. And now Peralta ahead of Perdomo, 0-2. Wandy has been really, really good as of late. Last pitched a couple of days ago, against St. Louis, a scoreless inning.
He's only allowed one run in his last 11 trips to the mound, Sam.
At a 2.19 ERA, 13 appearances in July. 0-2 is popped up. First base side, playable. Arise behind the first base bag, waiting for it. Manny makes the catch. First out here in the 7th inning brings up Tyler Locklear. Check out exciting concerts happening in Gallagher Square at Petco Park, including Kevin Carl, Counting Crows, The Head and the Heart, and more. Explore all upcoming shows by visiting Padres.com/concerts. I saw Iration in Gallagher Square a couple of weeks ago. Fantastic show.
Really?
Yes. Great place to see a concert.
Sam Levitt gives it a thumbs up.
Oh, yeah. First pitch in for a strike, 0-1. Good vibes at the Iration show. Great place to see a show. Gallagher Square, plenty of room. Beautiful setting right beyond the center field fence at Petco Park.
So I've got to be honest, Sam, I've not actually been in Gallagher Square for a concert.
Yes.
So I've been in the buildings around there and watched concerts from above. I've seen a concert within Petco Park itself in the main, bowl of the stadium, but not in Gallagher Square.
1-1 to Locklear, grounded left side. Manny picks it up, goes to second. That's one. Throw to first base is in time. Double play. 5-4-3 double play. Not hit very hard at all. Manny had to hurry. Got it to Cronenworth, who got it to Arise. And that is the inning. No runs on, one hit. And nobody left on. End of 7. D-backs 5 and the Padres 2 on the Padres Radio Network.
Bored of bland seltzers? Try Smile Spirits, the coolest drink ever. Real vodka cocktails with bold flavor, crisp, clean, and smooth. Pure refreshment. Find Smile Spirits at Total Wine or smilespirits.com. Smile Spirits, making San Diego smile.
During peak wildfire season, one spark in dry, windy conditions can put our communities at risk. That's why, as a last resort, SDG&E may need to call a power shutoff for public safety. We only power down where absolutely necessary. And once the threat has passed, our team works quickly and safely to restore power to affected communities. Learn more about public safety power shutoffs at sdge.com/PSPS.
When you've been injured, you need attorneys who understand the insurance companies who want you to settle. Don't settle until you consult with Pine Solomon Personal Injury Lawyers. I'm Aaron Solomon. We're not just lawyers. We're your neighbors, living and working in our community. With over 80 years of combined experience, we know what it takes to win multi-million-dollar settlements in the San Diego courts. Don't face this alone. Learn more at SeriousAccidents.com. Local attorneys, serious results.
DQ presents The Sound of Happy. Hear that? That's the DQ chicken strip basket. Only $7.49 for a limited time. We're talking 4 100% white meat seasoned chicken strips served with fries, Texas toast, and DQ's signature country gravy. Yeah, you heard that right. For crunch time and no time, it can only be the DQ chicken strip basket. Just $7.49 for a limited time. Get it delivered in the DQ app. Happy tastes good at participating locations.
Hey, Padre fans, pets, well, you know this, they're family. So trust Petco for the food they love and the services they need to stay happy and healthy, all at great prices that you will love. Petco, where the pets go.
Padres trail 5-2 as we go to the 8th inning here at Chase Field in Phoenix, Arizona. Left-hander Kyle Backus comes on, replacing the right-hander Andrew Hoffman, who was great. 4 up, 4 down, inning and a third scoreless. Jackson Merrill, Xander Bogaerts, Gavin Sheets due up. Padres have 6 outs to play with. Their offense has been rolling for a while, but so far pretty quiet here tonight. Just 2 runs on 5 hits. Merrill drove in the first Padres run tonight. First pitch is in for a strike, 0-1. Backus making his 16th appearance of the year. 4.38 ERA, 12 plus innings. 0-1. Swing and a miss. Off-speed pitch, and Merrill waving well outside the strike zone.
Yeah, sidewinder from down under. It's got a fastball around 90 miles an hour, sweeper, change up to go with it. It's got to be tough on lefties with that low arm slot coming from way down under. Had a rough outing in his last one, too, Sam. 2/3 of an inning, 3 runs against the Tigers.
0-2 in the dirt, away, 1-2. Jackson has been a bit of an RBI machine as of late. Picked up his 48th RBI here tonight. 1-2, swing and a miss. Another off-speed pitch, and Merrill went waving at it low in the zone. First strikeout for Backus, 5th of the evening for D-backs pitching. 1 down here in the 8th inning. Let's quickly pause for station ID on the Padres Radio Network.
KWFN-FM and KWFN HD1 San Diego.
Hey, this is Mike Schill. You're listening to Padres Baseball on Padres Radio Network.
An Odyssey Sports Station.
Xander Bogaerts digs in. 1 out, nobody on. First pitch is a ball. The 7th inning stretch tonight brought to you by Bulkhead Energy, built by heroes for heroes, the go-to energizer for military first responders and essential workers of all professions. Drink Bulkhead Energy, fuel for heroes. Go to bulkheadenergy.com as Bogaerts waves and misses 1-1.
Well, here's the weakness for Backus. He's really had troubles against right-handers. As tough as he's going to be against left-handers with that side-winding motion, righties, they've hit .406 against him and a .444 on-base percentage.
1-1 is lined into right. Going back, Barossa still going. He reaches up behind him and makes the catch. Struck pretty well by Xander the other way, but not well enough. And quickly, 2 up, 2 down for Backus here in the 8th inning. D-backs leading 5-2. Time for our next game preview, but a reminder, the party starts before the game on the Coaster Train. Join the winning team. Buy your Coaster Train tickets to Padres games and score big at GoNCTD.com/Padres. Same time, same place tomorrow, 6:40 first pitch, pregame at 5:40. Right-hander Yu Darvish on the mound for the Padres against right-hander Ryan Nelson. First pitch to Jose Iglesias, pinch hitting for Gavin Sheets here in the 8th inning. Called strike 0-1.
As you mentioned, Yu Darvish coming off an outstanding outing. Really looking forward to seeing him out there again.
0-1 misses in.
He was as sharp as we've ever seen him.
Has 7 shutout innings, 76 pitches.
And what an honor to become the winningest pitcher in Japanese history, both in Japanese League and the American League.
1-1 ground ball right back to the mound. Backus snares it, throws to first in time, and that's the inning. Another 1-2-3 inning for this Arizona bullpen, and a quick one. No runs, no hits, nobody left on. Middle of the 8th inning, Diamondbacks 5 and the Padres 2 on the Padres Radio Network.
Transform your home with custom interior shutters from Shuttermart, manufactured and installed in just 3 to 5 weeks. Get 35% off during Shuttermart's baseball season sale. Windows, French doors, and sliders. Experience the Shuttermart difference at buyshuttermart.com.
You've ridden the highs and lows of the stock market. You've made smart moves. You've built real wealth. Now, protect it. I'm Kathy Manella of Manella Law Group. Without the right estate plan, everything you've worked for could be lost to probate and taxes. As a mom, I know how important it is to safeguard your legacy and make sure your wealth ends up where it belongs, with the people you love. At Manella Law Group, we've helped hundreds of San Diego families do exactly that. Let's get started on yours. Visit us at manillalawgroup.com. That's MINELLA.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Left-hander Yuki Matsui comes in for the Padres here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Our Trustin will score, the D-backs 5 and the Padres 2. This pitching change brought to you by Miramar Kitchen and Bath. When it's time to upgrade your kitchen or bath, think of San Diego's top kitchen and bath remodelers from 30 years. Visit MiramarKitchenandBath.com to book your free consultation today. Matsui facing the right-handed hitting James McCann to begin this 8th inning. Padres trailing 5-2. And the first pitch on the way from Yuki is called the strike 0-1. Matsui last appeared on Saturday against the Cardinals. Rough outing for him. An inning of work, 2 runs given up, hit a batter, 3 hits allowed. Trying to keep it a 3-run deficit. 0-1. As a fastball taken a little bit low. 1 ball, 1 strike.
It's been a rough few weeks for Yuki. I mean, he seems to go in cycles where he goes through a period where he's very effective and he'll give up 1 run over a 15-game stretch. But the last 11 games, 13 runs scored, a 10.97 earned run average.
1-1. Is hit high in the air into left center. Drifting back is Laureano. He's with Merrill. Merrill calls him off, and the alley makes the catch. 1 up and 1 set aside for Matsui here in the 8th inning. Our Trustin will score once again. D-backs 5 and the Padres 2. Well, certainly 3 runs not insurmountable. Padres will have the bottom third of the lineup coming up in the 9th inning.
One thing we've seen out of this ball club all season long, Sam, is that these guys don't quit.
First pitch to Blaze Alexander, skied high in the air down the right field side. Tatis moving over, he's there, and he puts it away for out number 2. So 2 quick outs in this 8th inning for Yuki Matsui. And of course, a reminder to stay tuned for the Humboldt Casino Resort post-game show with me immediately following tonight's game.
Man, you're doing it all today.
I am, Scan.
Great job, Sam. Pre-game, post-game, in-game. Well done.
You don't have to shake things up more than you have to. I'm here, do the pregame, the game, the postgame. Consistency. Alec Thomas digs in. Lefty on lefty, Matsui. Kicks and the pitch. Is in for a strike 0-1. Would be a nice bounce back here for Yuki, like you said, Scans. It's been a struggle for him the last few weeks. See if he can put together a 1-2-3 frame. 0-1. He is low and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody warming up in that Arizona bullpen right now. You wonder if Kyle Backus will come back out for the 9th inning. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Blew it by Thomas that time. 92 miles an hour. Lonnie Peralta did his job. 2 scoreless innings out of the pen. 1 hit given up. Outfield playing Thomas well the other way. Infield tilted towards the right side. Matsui fires home. Swinging a high fly ball into right. And he's going back. He's looking up, and it's gone. A solo home run for Alec Thomas. His 8th of the season, and the D-backs get an insurance run. It's now a 6-2 here in the 8th inning.
Well, just when you thought Yuki might be able to get through the inning, as you were talking about, Sam, and having a nice little rebound outing for himself, all of a sudden, it's a 2-out mistake. Fastball. Looked like he was trying to elevate it, but he doesn't get it elevated enough. Thomas able to get to it for his 8th home run of the season.
Brings up the number 9 batter, Jorge Barosa. So now a 6-2 Arizona lead. And the pitch is the ball. 1-0 on Barosa. Well, we started the broadcast tonight by talking about all the selling the D-backs did at the trade deadline. Naylor's gone. Suarez is gone. as Matsui deals the 1-0. Called strike 1-1, but you have to remember, and we've seen it tonight, they've got hitters in this lineup still. Thomas is one of them, Marte, Carroll, Perdomo, Gurriel. This is not a team to play around with in this series.
No, this was not a one-dimensional offense either, Sam, and it was one of the reasons I really felt like the Diamondbacks, all the way to the very end towards the trade deadline, might add on and try to repair that bullpen, which has been the problem, because that offense was really one of the best in all of Major League Baseball. It had depth, and even though they lost Naylor and Eugenio.
1-1. Swinging a high fly ball into center, but not very deep. Medium range, Merrill waiting for it, and he squeezes it for out number 3. But Alec Thomas, a solo home run to give the Diamondbacks a 6-2 lead. Padres have 3 outs to play with when we come back on the Padres Radio Network.
Escape to historic Tom Ham's Lighthouse on Harbor Island. Fresh seafood, vast selection of local craft beer, sweeping bay views. Dinner served 7 nights a week, and San Diego's most underrated happy hour with $1.50 oysters Monday through Friday. Reserve at TomHamsLighthouse.com.
Palomar Health leads the league in patient care. Recognized by Newsweek as a world's best hospital for 7 years in a row, Palomar Health's world-class team remains dedicated, innovative, and ready to step up to the plate for you. With cutting-edge care and compassionate support, Palomar Health is here to help you win in health. Palomar Health. Champions of healthcare, champions for you. Visit palomarhealth.org to find a doctor.
Are you looking to up your grilling game? Start with Jensen Premium Beef Patties. Our all-natural, 100% real beef patties are made locally. When you bite into a Jensen beef patty, you can taste all the real beef flavor and the quality we stand for. Look for the black box in the frozen section at Food for Less. Jensen Meat, a proud sponsor of the Padres Radio Network.
Summer is here, and it's time to plan your style staycation with Bob's Discount Furniture, where you can find everyday low prices on the hottest styles. The comfiest Consumer Reports recommended mattresses, fast, friendly delivery, and flexible financing to fit your budget. Go to mybobs.com for details. So stock up and score everyday low prices, delivered on time all summer long at your nearest store or at mybobs.com.
Oh, my Bob! Bob's Discount Furniture.
We go to the 9th inning here in Phoenix. Padres trailing 6-2. Left-hander Kyle Backus back to work. They'll try to close this game out for Arizona. Our Trustin will score. Diamondbacks 6, Padres 2. Padres will have the bottom third of their lineup. 2 up, Ramon Laureano, Jake Cronenworth, and Freddie Fermin against Backus, who came in and got the final couple of outs in the 8th inning. Or pardon me, Backus pitched the scoreless 8th inning. Whole thing. Trying to close it out with 6 outs here in the 9th. First pitch to Laureano is a ball. Ball 1 to Laureano, who's 1 for 3 tonight. Infield single back in the 6th inning. 1-0. It's a called strike. Off speed that time, 1-1. See if this bottom third of the lineup, a lengthier Padres lineup here, post-trade deadline, if they can flip things over to the top with Tatis and Arise and Machado. 1-1, lined into left center, sinking, it's down, a base hit. So Laureano's second hit of the night. And a good start for the Padres, trailing by 4 here in the 9th inning. They'll need a lot more of that.
You know, Laureano's doing a nice job since joining the Padres, Sam. I mean, he's doing exactly what the Padres are hoping that he would do. He's putting the ball in play. He's showing the opposite field power. He's put together some quality at-bats. A little off-speed pitch right there. He stays balanced, gets it off the end, but strong enough to get it into the outfield.
Here's Jake Cronenworth. RBI single his last time up. First pitch. Swing and a miss. Way out in front. Strike 1 to Cronenworth. Trailed early in this game 2-0. They made it 2-1. D-backs made it 5-1. The 0-1 outside. Padres cut it to 5-2, but the Alec Thomas home run at the bottom half of the 8th inning made it 6-2. Soriano on first base. A 6-2 game here in the ninth inning. Nobody out. 1-1. This is away. Fastball that time from Backus. Outfield playing Cronenworth well the other way. Corner infielder Alexander at third pinching in. 2-1 in for a strike.
That's a big plate appearance right now by Jake because, as we talked about, Hawk is really good against left-handers, not so much against right-handers. The Padres have right-handers coming up.
2-2, swing and a miss. Cronenworth strikes out, foul tip, caught by McCann behind the plate. Second strikeout for Backus, one down here in the ninth. And Jake certainly got a piece of it. Good job by McCann, who held on to it to record the K. So one down here in the ninth inning brings up the number 9 batter, Freddie Fermin. Pardon me, Elias Diaz batting had come in earlier. He pops it up down the left field line and foul ground. Geraldo Perdomo makes the catch and foul ground for out number 2.
That's a shame. The Padres really could have somehow gotten one of these last two guys on to set the stage for Fernando. Forced Troy Lavelle to get some action in his bullpen to get a right-hander up. Now he does get a right-hander up, just in case. But
so 2 down, Padres down to their final out. 6-2 Arizona in front, top half of the ninth inning. And here's Fernando. First pitch is outside and high, ball 1. Arise hoping for a turn on deck. Manny behind him. 1-0. Swinging a high fly ball into center. Thomas racing back by the warning track. He's at the wall. He leaps and he makes the catch in front of the fence. Excellent running play by Alec Thomas in dead center. And that'll do it. Diamondbacks win it 6-2 as they take this series opener in Phoenix. Final totals in this ninth inning. No runs on 1 hit and 1 left on for the Padres. Final score here tonight, Diamondbacks 6 and the Padres 2. We're back to talk about it in a moment on the Padres Radio Network.
Kohl's Fine Flooring is closed, and Sid's Carpet Barn stands alone as San Diego's flooring leader. Explore a huge selection of premium high-end flooring choices, along with quality budget-friendly options, too. Visit Sid's or sidscarpet.com.
Hey players, things are about to get real here in San Diego. Introducing the all-new Hamul Casino Resort with a 200-room